evening to all of you. I Pragati welcome you all to meeting number 6 of Periyar Toastmasters Club Youth Leadership Program. Before we move forward, I would like to recite the mission of our club. The mission of Youth Leadership Program is to conduct the program based on the belief that every young person has the potential to become a good communicator and leader. But this potential needs to be developed. The program is uniquely designed to enable the youth leaders to develop their potential through practical experience. In the youth leadership program, we do not discuss matters related to sex, religion, and politics. Before we start this interesting session, I would like to request you all to switch off your mobile phones or any other electronic gadgets or put them in silent mode to avoid any distraction during the session. Now it's my privilege to introduce the preceding officer of today's meeting. Please help me welcome our dear President of Periyar Toastmasters Club Youth Leadership Program 2022, DTM Harish Uncle, to the stage.
Thank you, Pragati, for that nice introduction. We are in the 6th session. How do you think about yourself? How were you in the first meeting, and how are you now after having gone through this program? What do you feel like? Yes?
I could express myself more freely.
Absolutely. Okay, so you are feeling some change in yourself. That is the main purpose of this program. Alright? And this change, that is not going to go away from you, and more importantly, nobody will be able to take it away from you. Okay? Right. Now, last meeting, we discussed the importance of the difference between shame and guilt. Alright? If you feel ashamed of yourself, what happens is it causes all kinds of negative reactions. Like we see that people lose their energy, they become depressed, some of them turn violent. Like we have seen in the US, people go for school shooting, and some even have suicidal tendencies. That is when you are stricken with shame after a failure or a disappointment in life. And the other way to face failure or disappointment is to think that I did something wrong, and that is a transformative feeling. It is seen that the most of the people who have reached somewhere in life, almost all of them, they had to go through a failure, and at that time they decided, I failed now, and hereafter I am going to improve. I will strive to improve. Have that attitude of striving to improve. And if you have that attitude and if you make an effort to improve, 100% guarantee that you will improve. And once improving daily, little by little, becomes your habit, over a period of time, your improvement is going to be exponential. Like there is something called a compound interest that students in 6th, 7th and all would have learned about. Is there anyone who hasn't learned about compound interest here? Have you all learned about compound interest?
Yes.
You have all learned about compound interest. In compound interest, there is a formula: 1 plus r the whole raised to n. Do you remember it? If you don't remember, this is not a math class. Okay, forget, no issues. What I would like to tell you is that even if the improvement is just 1% per day, in 365 days, the improvement is not going to be 365%. It is going to be 3,800%. That is the effect of compounding. It will not go straight line like this. It will go exponentially high. So if you make an effort to improve yourself, and if you improve just by 1% per day, the results is going to be astonishing for you all. So that is called the right attitude. Never ever think, never ever feel ashamed, but think, I did something wrong, and have the determination to correct it. And this feeling is called guilt. The other feeling is called shame. What actually is shame? what is the definition of shame? What is the definition of guilt? Do you have, can anybody attempt an answer? I will tell you. Yeah, please.
Shame means the feel guilty to be a failure. Shame means to be guilty of failure.
Good attempt. Okay. I will tell you exactly. Okay. Keep this etched in your mind. Shame means you feel that you are bad. You feel that you have some problem. You are someone deficient. That is shame. Guilt means you feel that I don't have a problem, but there is something wrong in what I did. That is guilt. Alright? Okay? Joanne, what is guilt? Sorry, you. Yeah, yes. What is guilt? Okay, what is guilt?
Guilt is what you feel that you aren't wrong, but then whatever you did became wrong.
Okay, so Joanne, what is guilt? What you did is wrong. There is nothing wrong with you as a person, but what you did is wrong. Okay? Now, tell me what is guilt.
What I did is wrong.
Okay, there is nothing wrong with you as a person. Okay? If you believe that there is something wrong with you as a person, that invokes in you what? Shame. Okay? Never ever succumb to shame. There is nothing wrong with any of you as a person. I can tell you confidently for 2 reasons. Okay? Please listen to me carefully. First reason, I am going to tell you there is absolutely nothing wrong with any one of you. It's because today you are participating in this youth leadership program. You have a certain level of capability. Without that, you will not attend school, rise up to this level, and be able to participate actively in this youth leadership program. That means you have that threshold level of intelligence, and that is the same level of intelligence that is possessed by people like Satya Nadella, Narendra Modi. Who else? Tell me some of the most successful people in the world. Tell me the names.
Bill Gates.
And Musk.
Elon Musk?
Steve
Right.
Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Yes. Okay. Yes. Nelson Mandela. So understand this. All these famous people, they are not better than you in terms of intelligence or individual capabilities. Understand this. What is that you wanted to say? Absolutely. They are almost on average you all will be at the same level in terms of intelligence with all these successful people. But what set them apart was their attitude. Alright? This is the first reason. The second reason why I can confidently tell you that you do not have an issue in terms of individual capability is because there is no one in the world who can predict what is going to happen tomorrow. There may be some teacher, somebody who will come and tell you, you have some problem. But that teacher or that person, I can guarantee you, doesn't have the ability to predict what exactly is going to happen tomorrow. If they had that ability, they wouldn't be working as a teacher. Because if someone knows what exactly is going to happen tomorrow, what they will do, they will go to the stock market and buy the stock that is going to rise in price tomorrow, and that will make them instantly a billionaire. Nobody in the world is able to do that. That means nobody has the ability to predict what is going to happen tomorrow. Neither you have the ability to predict what is going to happen tomorrow. So if you yourself think that I am not good, tomorrow I will amount to nothing, you are making a guess about something which you have no capability of knowing. Isn't it a stupid thing to do? Right? So do not ever think yourself that you are inherently deficient in anything, and do not ever accept it as a fact if somebody tells you that you are inherently deficient in something. Always think you are going to be failure. You will definitely fail. There will be something to be improved in each and every one of you. That is true with each and every person. So whenever you fail, what should you do? Joanne, what should you do when you fail? What is the feeling you should have? Leah, you fail, what would you think at that time?
I will try not to give up and try my best.
Right. Joanne?
Try not to give.
Definitely keep this in mind. Keep this etched in all of your mind, okay? And he will come back and ask you again and again because this is an important thing. You need to internalize. All right? With that, please help me welcome to the stage a mentor and a thought leader from whom I draw inspiration. You all know him, our Chief Coordinator, P.T.M. Manasi Nair.
Thank you very much, P.T. Harish, for that very encouraging introduction. Today, I want a little change. You have noticed the change in me, right? What is the change?
Feeling confidence.
I have done.
You blackened your.
Fantastic, fantastic. So you like it, right? You like change. Yesterday I was talking about change and you told that you like changes. Today, I want to ask you another question. How do you learn things or gain wisdom? How do you learn this? Yeah,
By experience.
by experience, great. Yes, then? Yeah, Pragati?
By recovering from failure,
Yeah, well, definitely. We will learn something from here.
from
Then?
changes,
Hard work, yes.
inspiration,
Somebody can inspire us
from changes,
from changes. Very good.
confidence,
Yeah. There are many, right?
Confidence.
Confidence. What do we acquire? Then we say that we have wisdom. So, see, my question was very clear, right? How do you attain wisdom or learn things? So you learn from books, teachers. Am I right or not? Right? Then you learn from your experience, your parents, your siblings, those people who like, those people who you believe. Right? From them, we learn something. But the best way to learn things, do you know what is that? Yes, other answer. By ourselves. Yes. How? My question is how?
from failure,
Yes.
From failing and understanding from our failure.
From failing and understanding, yes, that is one way. Yes. See, experiments have proven very clearly that the best way to learn things is by doing. You have to do it and get the actual out of it. When you do something, so for example, you have a piano in your house. Okay, you know the letters, whatever means what musical letters, whatever letter you can read. But whether that is enough for reciting a piano? Not at all. You have to do it, play it, see it, whether I am doing it right or not. Learn from that, and then you will improve. So that is what exactly Toastmasters are doing. The Toastmasters slogan is learning by doing. That is what the YLP is completely made for. We have to learn by doing. But for that you have to be careful, you have to be focused. So today, I request all of you to take your pads and pen. papers, you can borrow one paper from others and you can give a paper to others.
I have example.
Everybody, ready with the pen?
Yes.
Ready with the paper?
Yes.
Do you know what are the positive outputs or benefits of writing? Yeah.
To understand.
Yeah.
To understand.
To understand, yes.
Once you write something, you won't forget stuff.
Do not forget.
1 time writing equals 10 times reading.
Exactly.
To learn. To learn.
To learn, yes. So writing gives you many benefits. Let us give a round of applause to all those who answered. While others are silent, the same repeated people are answering. I am asking this question to everybody, whether I am not giving you the eye contact. I am missing somebody? Am I missing somebody? No. Then you should get the answers. See, the same person answering means they are only receiving. You have to receive. You have to ask. Simple questions, right? So writing has many benefits. What are these? Writing can get you good marks, isn't right? If you don't write in the exam, whether you will get marks? You will not get marks. Writing will make you famous. Am I right or not? Writing can help you make money. Any doubt? If you write a book, you will earn from it, right? Yes, definitely. Writing can help you think. It is scientifically proven that once we write, as we rightly pointed out, writing, 1 time writing is better than 10 times reading. Okay. Writing can also help you feel good. Am I right or not? See, we had the difficulty. We feel like crying. So what you can do is, you can take a paper, write down what are our problems, keep it aside. You feel relaxed. Don't you feel like that? You have got less marks in class. You come to house very much upset. Then what you have to do? Take a paper, make a poem. Next exam, definitely I will study hard and will get good marks. You feel relaxed. Every day recite it. Read it once again. See the change in you. So writing has a lot of good benefits. This is proven. I am not telling just from my word. You can go through internet, you can see the benefits of writing in hundreds. Okay? But what I found that from the beginning of our, I have given a pad and a pen to everybody. How many of you use that wisely? Few people, but it is for all of you. Take notes, write down this, then you can recite when you have, because when you are learning a lot of things in a short time, you may not remember all these things. I cannot remember. Then when it is there in the paper, you will go home, read it once again, then you feel, oh, got it. Yes, that was a recite it, remember it. See, forgetting is for everybody. So understand, recite, write and read. So the practice, please. It is just for your information. I am not compelling anybody, but try, just try. Okay? From the literature, I will tell you, you learn things by reading and writing. The more you read and write, the more you broaden your vocabulary and are able to articulate concepts accurately and more effectively, thereby increasing your ability to communicate to others. Understand? Understood? Clear? Yeah. Writing is a significant literary activity in modern life that enables individuals to accomplish a variety of personal, intellectual, occupational and recreational goals. It has been demonstrated across the variety of investigations that writing activities yield a number of intellectual, physiological, and emotional benefits to individuals. These benefits include improve your memory function, decrease symptomatology. Do you know what is symptomatology? So the symptom which is happening to a patient, that condition that doctor identified that is called the symptomatology. Okay, symptoms of a medical condition exhibited by a patient which is noted down by a medical practitioner, and greater feeling of happiness. Okay, these are a reference from internet only, that you can also get it from internet. These things you can learn. So now let us come to my point. Today, what I was telling that in our Toastmasters we do by learning, right? We learn by doing. Sorry. So, do you know what is experimental learning? Experiential learning. Yeah. Tell me.
Learning by experience.
Learning by experience, yes, it's a part of that. Okay.
Learning by doing practical.
Exactly. Learning by doing practically. That's what I was coming to the point. Okay, learning by doing. So let us try to learn by doing, as well as you can use your writing abilities. Okay. Today I am going to take a workshop for you, and in that workshop I am going to take it little traditionally. We have done many workshops. Those workshops were not traditional actually. They were little advanced, thinking that you all are learning. But here I am going to be little traditional. There will be exercises in between. I will ask questions as well. And towards the end there is an examination. Understand? Got it? So that is why. That's what I am telling. Sometimes traditional learnings gives you what, because these are our observations. How can we improve you? That's our concern. We don't have any other concern. We want you to improve and learn something before you go back and completing our grand finale. Okay? So that we will get you tips, we will get you ideas, we will try to develop that in our classes, in our workshop. So if you are not getting anything from our workshop, then we don't need all these things, right? Okay, so let us go a little traditional. Now, but I will go directly to the workshop, or President? Okay, fine. So traditionally we will go. Very good.
Everything should be ready.
Yeah. So now with these good thoughts, let us invite our proficient youth leader, Atharva Hanuman Pawale, who himself has determined and dedicated to improve day by day through the YLP program, will lead the program as well. With an astonishing round of applause, let us welcome youth leader Atharva Hanuman Pawale, the elected president of Periyar Youth Leadership Program, as our presiding officer today.
So, last week's meeting was really very well conducted, and now I invite youth leader of the day, Alan Emmanuel, to stage to share to tell today's agenda. He is a ninth grader who loves playing badminton.
Proceeding Officer, for such an evaluating and encouraging introduction. Dear Proceeding Officer, fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, a warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Dear fellow youth leaders, today I am here to present a speech on the theme of the day, honesty is the best policy. There is an old saying, you should always tell the truth, because that way you don't have to remember what we said. Honesty is a virtue. At one time or another, you might find yourself in a situation that requires you to tell one or two lies to avoid trouble. For some people, being honest is not that easy, and such people might find themselves lying almost every day. Honesty is the best policy because no matter how good you are at telling lies, the truth will always come out. Honesty. Honest people are respected and trusted upon because they are known to stand by their truth. Without honesty, the world would be a bad and sad place to live in. That's why we need to always tell the truth, no matter what the situation is. People who constantly lie not only lose their friends, but their reputation, since no one likes to associate with a dishonest character. It's important to always tell the truth because this way we lead a good and upright life. If all of us can stay honest, the world will be a better place. Live in harmony and trust in each other. Thank you. With this note, I have a diligent team of assignees who will wisely guide us in building our today's meeting. I request you to hold your applause until all assignees are introduced. To keenly observe today's proceedings, we have our General Evaluator, Youth Leader Vedant Kumar Singh. May I request Youth Leader Vedant Kumar Singh to acknowledge his presence and explain his role in brief.
My role as a general evaluator is to observe and evaluate everything from beginning to the end of the meeting and to lead a constructive evaluation session when called upon to do so. I will wrap up the entire proceeding of the meeting, complementing the good practices and indicating the areas of requiring improvement. Thank you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. To conduct the table topic segment, we have an amazing Youth Leader Faiz Nafil. May I request Youth Leader Faiz to acknowledge their presence and explain your role in brief.
Youth leader for that, thank you for that generous introduction. Mr. Youth leader for the Toastmaster distinguished guest. A very warm good evening to all of you. I feel elected to be the table topic master. Purpose of table topic is sharpen our communication skills of listening, thinking, organizing, and speaking on the field. The time allowed is minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes, 30 seconds, after which you will be disqualified.
Thank you, Youth Leader Faiz. Next up, the Wordmaster and Grammarian. I invite Youth Leader Faraz Shafi to explain the word of the day in brief and his role from the podium. What's my
Dear Cosmos, sir, I think did you switch out the light?
That's my ear.
Dear Postmasters, fellow what is this?
No, you will do it. There is
Dear Postmasters,
wait.
dear Postmasters, fellow youth leaders and distinguished guests, a pleasant evening to all of you. Today I have a dual role to play as your wordmaster and grammarian. As a grammarian, I will carefully listen to your speeches and take note of the good and the bad usage of language. As your wordmaster, to introduce a new word as the word of the day and explain the different usages of the word with the proper illustration to enable us to expand our vocabulary. At the end, I will present my report when called upon by our general evaluator. The word of today's meeting is astonish, is already displayed on the agenda. The word astonished is an adjective. Its meaning is greatly surprised or impressed, amazed. Definitions are feeling or showing great surprise or wonder. Second, amazed. Synonyms are astounded, startled, stunned, surprised, and amazed. Antonyms are unaffected, uninterested, indifferent, uninterested, unresponsive, and surprised. Now let me give you some examples on the usage of this word. They were astonished at our command of language. Everyone was absolutely astonished by the quality of their performance. The scheme astonished, interested, and attracted the country. I would request all the speakers and the assignees to go ahead and enjoy using this word. Thank you.
thank you, you tutor, for us for selecting such a nice word. I request all the speakers and assignees to use the word astonished as much as possible. Next is our R counter. May I request youth leader for Han Nafel to explain his role.
Great readers and distinguished guests, a warm good evening from my work.
Good evening.
My role as counter is to listen to all the numbers and make note of points, used and verbal phrases and report them for the prosecution. Count the words used as unwashed, pauses and fillers during speeches and report them as pauses and fillers. I will submit my report at the end of the education session in further conclusion.
Thank you, youth leader Farhan. Next is our timer. Youth leader Cephas Jonathan. Can you please explain your role as a timer?
My role as a timer is to keep track of the time for all the speeches and evaluation sessions. For prepared speeches, the time allotted for icebreaker speech is 4 to 5 minutes and international speech 5 to 7 minutes. A grace period of 30 seconds is allotted on either side. For table topic speaker, time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes with grace period of 30 seconds on the higher side. For prepared speech evaluator, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on the higher side. For table topic evaluator, time allotted is 30 seconds for each speaker. For overall evaluation is 30 seconds. I will report the exact time taken by participant at the end of each session when called upon to do so.
Thank you, youth leader Cephas. Next, we have our vote counter, youth leader Raj Hanuman. Can you please explain your role as the vote counter?
Good evening to one and all. My role as a vote counter is to distribute the papers and collect the votes from each and everyone.
Thank you. Divya Sridhar, can you please explain your role?
Thank you, Leader of the Day. A very good afternoon to everyone. My role as the joke master is to enlighten the mood of the meeting and give a positive and a fun environment to the audience. Thank you.
Dear fellow youth leaders, please let us put our hands together to give a big round of applause to all our assignees. Our meeting will have 4 segments. We'll start with a workshop session, prepared speech session, table topic segment, followed with an evaluation segment. Now, let's start our first segment, the workshop presentation. Our first educational workshop is Clarity and Eye Contact. This is my privilege to introduce the presenter who served as AM's President, General Secretary and Treasurer and led and coordinated many cultural, educational and charitable activities for AMS for the last 10 years. And now he is the President of our Periyar Youth Leadership Program. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Manoj Uncle to the podium.
Thank you, Youth Leader, for that very nice introduction to, and especially to me actually. Actually, yesterday we were not getting this introductions. Now it started coming. There is an improvement. Give a round of applause to him. Yeah. I am audible to you?
Yes.
Without clip on and everything, okay?
Yes.
Very good. So today, I was given additional responsibility of taking this workshop. It came in the last minute, so I have not got enough time to prepare. But still, just made some slides. Let us see how it works. I hope you will enjoy it. The topic is clarity and eye contact. It's very important in our communication. Do you feel so?
Yes.
I need I told you very clearly this. I want you to gain something when you go back. Otherwise, there is no need for this. You know many things. I know. So, if you go back with something which strikes you or something you can improve, then only any workshop has a meaning, right? So as I told you, I will take it little traditionally so that let us receive something and take home something. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You all agree?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes.
Clarity and eye contact. Now let me start from clarity. I will start with an audio clip. Just hear it. Then give me your opinion.
Good evening, everybody. As you've seen by now, this isn't a normal convention.
No, just slow speed, 1.5.
It's not a normal time.
Who was it?
So much clarity.
Is it clear?
No.
Not at all. There was some problem, right?
Yes.
Let us hear another one. Say, deliberately selected Barack Obama for this purpose actually, because the person I like very much. His speeches were very clear and collected, and you have something to take home from his every speeches.
Hey everybody, as you see by now, this isn't a normal convention. It's not a normal time. So tonight I want to talk as plainly as
Is that clear? There was a problem of clarity. What do you learn from these two slides?
It's not
You should not do.
You can't hear it properly. It's not clear. It's not clear.
Specifically, what do you learn?
Message is not
Yeah.
You shouldn't speak the way you understand, but speak the way that others would understand.
Definitely. And what was, give a round of applause. See, it should not come from me actually. It should automatically come from you. The applause should come from you. The thing is, the first one, what was the problem? It was very lagging. It was lagging totally. The pace of the speech was lagging like anything. Second one was very fast, right? So, in both the cases, you are not going to get anything. So, let us hear the actual one, okay?
Good evening, everybody. As you've seen by now, this isn't a normal convention. It's not a normal time.
Understand?
Yes.
He was talking in a convention actually. So he was starting like this. So it is clear to you now.
Yes.
Now you got an idea of what is clarity. You got it or not?
Yes.
So this is regarding while communication, clarity comes to sound effects. Okay. In visualization, when it is visualization, then the clarity comes to the slides were not very clear. We can say the clarity comes in the visuals. So there are two types of clarity, right? Let us go. So first one is quality of being coherent and understandable. That is, the synonyms are lucidity, intelligibility. That is connected with sound. That is connected with sound. Correct? Am I right or not?
Yes.
Yes. Now let us come to the other one. The quality of transparency and purity. So that means that the synonyms are transparency, that implies to clarity. Clarity of water, clarity of specs, clarity of vision. So this clarity can be divided into two and both will be applicable to us. In our day-to-day life, we use both. When you are doing presentations, when you are communicating, both will be applicable to us. Is it right or not?
Yes.
See, clarity in communication has many features. Can you tell me some of the features?
Clarity of how
Yes? Yeah?
clarity of how you speak.
Clarity of speaking. Yes. Why? How? Means, what are the features in that? What comes in that? Yes, Pragati?
I know one that is the audience should understand what we are speaking.
Absolutely. Give a round of applause. The best thing you have to know is the audience should understand what we speak. That is one of the greatest requirements in communication. Let us see the others. Make understanding easier. Clarity of thoughts and means ideas should be exchanged clearly. Means messages should be conveyed properly. And if things are clear, it gives you an idea that it is original and natural. Right? If it lacks and all these things happens, what do you feel? No, it is not original, it is not clear, it is not natural. Okay? Receiver takes home the message. So these are some of the features you can find in clarity. So you will learn something. Okay, clarity. Practically you learn. Practically you have understood. I feel so. Yes. Is it so?
Yes.
Very good. So clarity in communication happens only when clarity comes. What are the situations of that? Yes.
The audience should hear what they are speaking properly, and we should talk in a way that they can understand it.
Very good. Give a round of applause again. Yes. Yes.
The clarity comes when we speak clearly that we are speaking. We should not just understand. The audience which are listening to us, they will understand, and the voice is clear.
Definitely, the same part. It should be clear. But many things are there. See, for example, you are in a very confused condition, where you are disturbed. Then whether you will be able to speak properly?
No.
If you are the audience, everybody is speaking together. You people, when I speak here, you people started cross talking. Whether the quality will be there?
No.
So that is why we always tell why you should avoid this thing, because you are not going to receive, or the speaker will be able to get you something that will get disturbed. Is that clear to you?
Yes.
See, practically I have observed our proceedings, and from that I could gain these outputs from that. When the speaker is here, even it's not me. When whoever is here, it is one among you. Then when he comes or she comes, if he or she has to perform, then you all have to support them. You all audience has to support them. Then only that person can perform. You have to motivate him, you have to receive him, you have to encourage him or her. Then only they will be able to perform. If you disturb them, if you cross talk, if you not face him, give him a good eye contact, so it's very difficult for anybody to speak in a podium. But we speakers, we have to overcome that. We have to speak it. Whatever be the case, we will speak. That is the quality of a speaker also. Understand? So let us see what I have written here. There are no disturbances. When the atmosphere is calm, when your mind is clear, when we know things exactly and correctly. If you want to speak something, we can speak anything. But we should know. Hopefully we should have a script. We should know something, we should clear, we should practice in our home. Then only we will be able to communicate clearly. Okay? But how it is we can do that? How we can do that? We are losing time. We can have a clear script, thorough with the message to be delivered, know the audience clearly. Yes? We have
I have
something.
a perfect voice modulation.
Very good. It is coming. The delivery with apt pace and volume. Give him a round of applause. Proper voice modulation as per. Voice modulation, what is called, what is the word for that voice modulation? Last workshop we got it. Yes?
Voice modulation means the proper.
Yeah, I am not asking about the voice modulation.
How the word.
How the up and down pace, it is called in one word.
Yeah. According to the word, if the word is not feeling, the word is little funny, so we have to lower our voice, and word is not feeling, so we have to raise
I was
our voice.
asking the word. Which was the word? It is written here. Intonation, right? Intonation. You can speak your voice up. You can lower your volume. You can speak loudly. You can speak in a lower tone. When we have to speak that like that, according to the situation. You have something, some accident happened in front of you, how you will feel? Then you are excited with something. Oh, see that! There you won't started looking there. See, that is the effect of voice modulation. So, understand these things in your speeches, then definitely we are going to improve. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, body language also is one thing which we have to add, because actions speak better than words. Very good. Now coming to exercise. Everybody took the paper, right? See, first hear this, then you have to analyze that speech according to clarity. Clear?
Self-confident Britain, while our opponents flirt with a foreign policy of neutrality and prepare for a run on the ground. Some people say we spend too much time talking about Jeremy Corbyn's past. Our economy is back on track. The deficit is back to 2.6%. As if my voice isn't on track. Let this party celebrate the wealth creators, the risk takers, the innovators and entrepreneurs.
So you got the speech, right? Who was she?
She was me.
Yes? She was Theresa May, one of the best speakers in the world. But what happened? So, what you have written? I asked you to evaluate the speech. Everybody right? Yes. Yes, Pragati?
The clarity, first of all, it was okay, but then it started to minimize it and it became bad. And the speaking, at first, it was a bit clarity and she had to speak a bit loudly and clearly. And then it became choking and also it was bad.
So then you have written all these things.
Yeah.
Very good.
And the volume, it was not good. In the last, it became very low and we couldn't hear what.
Very good. Give a round of applause. Yes. I want Sheikh to her. Yeah. Mazin to tell me something regarding what you have written.
The clarity at the start was good, but then her voice gave up. There were people cross-talking because they couldn't properly hear her. And they actually couldn't listen to her, they were just hearing her because she wasn't clear at all. And she started coughing, and by the end her voice gave up completely.
Very good. Yeah, let us hear from Ishan.
The clarity was fine at the start, then it fell off.
Yeah.
She was coughing a lot, which caused a disturbance
Yes.
and caused a distraction in the audience. The audience was not listening, they were hearing. And at last, the stage was also not fine.
Okay. I will give a chance to. Okay. Yes. Hello.
The starting was clear, but then it was off. She was distracted by coughing. She needed to work on voice modulation, and the audience were distracting because they were not able to hear her voice properly. She had to speak more louder.
Very good. Give a round of applause to Ishan. So this is the way we have to evaluate. When we evaluate a speech, whoever is going to come here and speak, you make your points. You write down your points. Two things you can do. First part, you can make it the good points. The second part, you can make what are the improvements you should have been done. Keep it for you. It is a learning for you. Good?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Let us go to the next part of it, that is eye contact. I don't want to go through traditional definitions in that. What is eye contact? No, I want to hear from somebody else who has not participated in the. Yes? No, tell me. Yes.
Eye contact is like keeping in contact
Yeah.
with the person speaking. Like now I'm keeping eye contact.
Fantastic. See, that was I want to know. I have not called his name. I have not I have just point out with my icon. Right? Understood. Yes, come in.
Eye contact improves your it shows that you're paying attention, and it encourages the speaker to you are listening to him, so he's more confident in speaking to you.
Yes, Roshan. Yes.
So eye contact is in the name. It's paying attention to what the person is speaking by directly looking at them, so that they know that you are listening to them, so that they don't get discouraged that nobody is paying attention.
Very good. Yes, Kritika, tell me what is eye contact? What you feel by eye contact? Tell me.
Eye contact is basically seeing eye to eye so that the other person can understand clearly.
That's great. Give a round of applause to everybody. You know very well eye contact, what eye contact is. Okay. Let us move to the other areas. Making eye contact is a little tricky, you all know. Good eye contact can improve to connect with the audience, understand person's or audience emotions, engaging audience, building trust and naturality. All these things eye contact can do. So how to catch that eye contact? How you are going to catch that eye contact? When a speaker comes to the podium, okay, he comes to the podium, usually what we start speaking. So first of all, when you come here, what you can do, give a good smile, see everybody. Right. If I have seen all the okay, I have gone to the back, I have gone to the front, I have come to each and every one of you. Given an eye contact. Smile and give an eye contact. You got the attention. You can ask a question. You got the eye contact. You can ask, talk to one person in the crowd. Whom I am talking to now? Yeah, you understood. I have not pointed out. See, this is eye contact. Okay? So, that writing is okay, you can write many things, but you have to learn from what we are doing. Okay? Eye contact mistakes. Get me some mistakes. Somebody who has not given me any mistake. Yes, other one. Yeah.
Whenever we stand on the stage and make eye contact with the audience, we should not stare at one single person. We should keep moving our eyes.
Very good. Give it a round of. Isha, what is your opinion? Tell me one of these eye contact mistakes. Anyone? Tell me. Huh? See, many mistakes we used to do. Not giving eye contact. Now you are slightly giving eye contact to the other side. No. So this is the way. Okay, good. Isha, sit down. Yes? Yeah? Yeah. One mistake. Any mistake? Lot of. I am going to write Lot of mistakes here.
Sitting down.
Sitting down, fantastic. Give a round of applause too. Yeah. Aisha.
We shouldn't stare at people at all because it will make them feel awkward.
Very good. Yes, you.
When we're constantly looking at everyone like this, it makes them a bit distracted.
Very good. Yeah.
Sometimes when we start, we maintain the eye contact, but eventually we just lose it.
Very good. Anybody else has something here? No, a lot of hands, but you have all spoken. Yeah. Yes.
Usually we look at the front, we don't look at the back. So.
Very good. You are out of applause to everybody. Anybody has any opinion, further opinion? Now you see. Yeah. Yeah.
If you start adjusting your clothes, it will change the people's eye contact from your eyes to the post.
Absolutely correct. Very good point. Yeah, now you see the mistake we used to commit. You see. Not knowing the cultural norms. Saudi Arabia, what type of eye contact we should use? We should know. If you are going to a tribal area, what type of eye contact you should do? You should know. There we should know their cultural norms. In China, what is the way? In Japan, they will do like this. They will change the eye contact. They will not give directly to shake hand you. They will come directly to shake hand you. But you should know. So our president, our prime minister, whenever he is going abroad, they will learn all this. Somewhere in Saudi, we used to hug each other. It's the way of connecting with people. So we should know the cultural norms. Yes. Next. Not enough eye contact. Usually we make this mistake. In the first meeting itself, we don't give good eye contact. Okay? Then, too much eye contact. We used to, you see, stare. Right? Some people are like this only. Okay? This also. Then, looking down while speaking. Is that good?
No.
You all do that, but not at all. Not enough eye contact long enough. Sometimes, when we are speaking to one person, what happens? He will change or you will change, then what happens? The eye contact is lost. Not paying attention to other person's communication. Usually happens between us and them. Right? Sometimes we also do that. We will not pay it. Right? So, that's another one. Reading too much through our eye contact. Sometimes some people, they will take a full length of you, yeah? Too much. Right? You felt like that, no? Where if you see somebody, they will take, right? Is that good? No. Not at all. Looking away while communication. Somebody is talking to us, instead of looking to his eyes, we used to stare somewhere else. Is that good?
No.
Not making eye contact the right way. That's what I told starting beginning. Speaking with your eyes unnecessarily. Some people always in Hindi films you see somebody is always blinking. Is that good?
No.
Is that good? It's not clear. You will not understand what they are really going to communicate. Okay? Listening with your eyes unwantedly sometimes. Is that good? No. Not that. Staring on inappropriate places while talking. Is that good? So there are such many points in eye contact. So if you can correct some of this, which we may be having, I may be having, then we will be having a good eye contact. Yes. Now your exercise. I will show you some of the eye contacts, and you have to write down what you really get from that. Okay? What is that eye contact which you get from that? What implies? Okay.
Can't see it, right?
Fast.
You need to stay here or go back?
Yes, next. Write down. Yeah. Write down. Fast. You are losing time. Last. So you might have gone through many type of eye contacts, which I just mentioned. You have noted down.
Yes.
All.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Now, listen up. Okay. You have not noted down. Okay, you are typing, right? Okay. Who is Joel? What you have noted down? Nothing. You cannot get my eye contacts at all. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah. Joanna? Yes. How many you have written? Very good. Tell me what are the things?
First one was when you were looking up.
Yeah.
And second one, you write first two cloth. Third one, I first cloth.
Yeah. Okay, no. Just tell me, okay. Yeah.
And fifth one was looking sleepy.
Yeah, sleepy.
And fifth one was not interested.
Very good. Give a round of applause to her also. Yeah. I know you might have written many things about me. Keep it with you. Okay. Okay. Next. Already I finished my time. Actually, I will request some more time, and we will go ahead. Okay. Okay. There are two types of eye contacts. We can divide eye contact into two situations. What are those two? Can you tell me? Anybody? One is one-to-one. The other is it is in an audience or group. Okay, these are the two types we can just. So in both cases, whether you are using the same type of eye contact. Not at all. Let us take the first one, one-to-one. I will go a little fast. Okay. Know when good eye contact is needed. For anybody, you don't directly go and talk or give your eye contact, right? You should understand whether I should do that or not. Then you will. Okay? In all places, eye contact is not required. Wherever you are not requiring eye contact, don't do that at all. Okay? You concentrate on your things. Okay? So one-to-one, when you are talking, turn your shoulders and head to face the other person's eyes. That's what you have to do. When I want to talk to Arun, then I will turn, look to his eyes, and I will talk. I will talk to Divya, I will turn, look to Divya, and I will talk. This is the way you have to. Every time, when you are, there is no need for telling that I am talking to this such person. Automatically it will come. Clear? Yeah. Choose a focal point near the eyes. No need that you are going to directly talk to the eye. You can choose a focal point like your chair, your head, little up also is okay. Okay? You can take a point and keep your eye contact. Make continuous effort to start making eye contact slowly. Don't jump into eye contact. Slowly. Slowly. Calm. Slowly you can get into eye contact. And ultimately, when everything is clear, okay, you can make it face to face. You feel that okay, the person is very okay, and we can have that face to face communication. You will do it. While I am entering there from there, I am looking at the chair, podium, whoever is sitting, I am looking at them only. I am not coming like this. Whether I am going, no. And go, but there, once it comes, you will take hand, give a direct eye contact. That should be your way. Okay? Understand? Okay. Now, the other one, public or group. Connect a smile and gentle eye contact. You have to connect first with a smile and a gentle eye contact. Like you don't put it too much, because the people get afraid, frightened, or frustrated. Gentle eye contact. Your eyes should be calm enough to give the eye contact. Clear? Now, look slightly 2-3 inches above the ground. When we are talking in the back, especially, just look up little 2-3 inches above. Automatically the eye contact will go there. When you are coming near, you will a little shorten your arm, shorten your eye contact, and look down. You want to get a close eye contact. Shift your gaze every sentence. So in communication we can say in every sentences, one sentence we can talk in this manner, next sentence we can look into another person, talk. It is a better way of communication. People will receive you. Understood? Yeah? Alternatively, choose if you have thinking that some people are not receiving you properly, you can choose your people and talk. 4 or 5 people here and there who are receiving your thing, giving you a smile, giving you a good eye contact. Choose them and talk. Rotate your gaze from person to another person in small groups. Okay, we are in a small group. You can rotate it because it is a small group. Larger groups, what I said is looking up and go to that person. Make a full eye contact when someone is speaking in the group. If somebody is speaking directly to you, give a clear eye contact to that person, because you are receiving him perfectly. The person should feel. Yeah. There are some tips to improve eye contact. Connect to the audience with a smile, okay? That's the major thing which you have to do. Refrain from looking at the person, place away down throughout or continuously. Should do. Follow 50-70 rule. What is 50-70 rule? Tell me. Anybody? When a person is talking to you, when I am talking to you, I have to give 50% of my eye contact to you. When I am talking to you, I may not be giving you full eye contact. I may be giving you 50% of my eye contact. That is enough. But one person stands up and talk to me. That person should give The receiving person should give a 70%, then only I will listen. Okay? When you are talking to me or you are listening to me also, you have to give at least minimum 70% of your eye contact to me. Then I will understand that you are receiving things. Otherwise, from your eyes, I can understand who is receiving, who is not receiving. All these things we can. The person, if person is knowledgeable, he will come to know what you receive, whether you are receiving. Sometime in classes, teacher will throw the chalk, right? Why? The person is not receiving. The person who, when they're taking class, teacher knows whether you are receiving or not. Am I right, Raj? You are receiving, no? Very good. Avoid eye contact in unwanted specific situations. How you can do this? Solve by practice. I was not like this. I never had done this like this. I was not a public speaker. I was not at all, I was a speaker, but I was not so good enough to speak in public or speak to one. But after getting the training from Toastmasters, some other trainings, all these things which I received then, slowly I changed, I started doing this. I am still, I have problems, I know. I have to improve many areas. I may not be reaching all the people. Right? So, it's a continuous process, but to improve that, you can practice. Where you can practice? In front of your mirror. It's one of the best place. You will see you. You can see when you are talking, you will see yourself, and that will be a good thing. In the TV, there are some people are means giving good eye contact and good speeches. There you can listen. Google, you can take examples. All these things you can do. Speak in front of your family. So what is the best place where they will receive you completely? Okay?
Unknown caller.
Sorry. Your exercise. So I have taken 10 minutes more.
Producer Michael Bay.
You have to evaluate.
How is everyone today? My job as a director is I get to dream for a living.
Michael, you know, you're known for such unbelievable action. What inspires you? How do you
Sorry, it is not the right time to go. Okay.
I create visual worlds that are so beyond everyone's normal life
Please, I am in
experiences.
my workshop.
And Hollywood is a place that creates a viewer escape. And what I try to do is, as a director, I try to the type is all off, sorry, but I'll just wing this.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah, we'll wing it right now. I try to take people on an emotional ride, and
The Curve? How does it? How do you think it's going to impact how viewers experience your movies?
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank Michael Bay for joining us.
Done, sir.
Done. So what is your evaluation? 1 person. Yeah. No.
You know what to speak.
Absolutely. He was not knowing what to speak. Yes. Yes. Who has not that? Yes. Come. Yeah. Eye contact is not reaching you. Yeah.
He was looking at the audience.
Hmm.
He was looking down.
Yeah.
He was not going to speak.
Yes. Yeah. Good. Yes.
Used R and here and then.
Very good. Very good. You observed very nicely. Yeah. Back. Yeah. Yes, yes.
Uh,
No, no.
he was not making eye contact with the interview.
Yeah, okay.
He was not making eye contact with the person who was asking.
Correct. Yeah, yeah. Tell me.
Michael Bay was not keeping an good eye contact, and he was seeing down, and he was not keeping a good eye contact with the audience and the other person who the
Very good. Yes. Closer observation.
when he was speaking, he was looking back, and when he was not speaking with the speaker, he was looking back.
Very good. Very good. Yes, yes.
At the starting, he had good eye contact, but as he went through, he didn't know what to speak, so he lost his eye contact.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yes.
Sir, even before that he started speaking, you could see that he was uncomfortable then, and he didn't know what to speak. He started looking down because he didn't know what to speak about. He started panicking, and so he forgot. And he
Very good. Very good. Yes. Yeah. Anna. Yeah.
He is not having perfect eye contact, and in the between, he lost his words, he fell out his words. So his eye contact was, he forgot the words, so he's not now seeing the audience.
Very good. Let us give a big round of applause to you. So Michael Bay, what happened, you know?
He's standing also.
What happened, you know? When he came, actually, he was going to present one of his products. When he came there, what happened? There is a prompter. Actually, usually when they speak, there is a prompter. It will come in front of them. Nobody will be able to see. So that prompter has involved. So he was not prepared. He was not ready. He was not prepared and he has not taken a trial previously. So what happens? He was not knowing what to say. He was the CEO, but see what happens. The preparation was not there. Practice was not there. He has not revised the things. So what happened? He expected that everything will be there. Prompter will be there. I can remember Modi ji is speaking. We see him fantastic. Okay, but how? There are some devices. There are some devices to help. Then only we can. Nobody can see. Nobody can recite a 600 means or 3-hour speech. Anybody can recite? Nobody. So there is devices that can give you. So that if that is not there, it will become difficult. Even he is a C. That's what you have seen. And he was losing all these things, eye contact, he was missing his body language, everything was getting loose. So, this is the thing. It all says what we need is, what we need is practice. 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 So that is the end. So thank you for giving me such a stage, and it is fantastic talking to all of you. I also learned a lot of things from you all too, and it is nice experience. Actually, there is an exam for it. Can we do that or not? Sure, sir. I will get you the papers. You can take it to home, and then you can fill it. And next time when you are coming, you have to give me back. Am I right? Here is my file. Sorry for taking much time. Actually, it is not our practice, but unknowingly it happened because we have some time today because some new speakers are not there. So don't look at the back side. Huh? Very good. Thank you very much. I hand over the podium to the youth leader of the day. Please. Look at my eyes. And
You can take all this form and to send it to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Management. Can we have another round of applause for Management? Now it's time for our second segment, the prepared speeches. So, our first speaker is a 10th grader in International Indian School, Algeria, and is an amazing cricketer. Help me welcome youth leader Mohammed Harun to deliver his international speech project.
Whether we need to use the mic, Anas?
Yeah.
Headphone, normally they can deliver.
Which one?
This side, like this one.
Yeah, better. See, we will try. Let us see once again whether it is working. Otherwise, without headphone, we will try.
Which is comfortable for you actually, other than.
No, let us see. Come. Oh yeah, put off there.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yeah? Yes, sir. Audible. Very good. Let us start.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Each person is like a butterfly in the wind. Some can fly higher than the others, but each one flies the best it can. Respected Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, and distinguished guests, a warm good evening to one another.
Good evening.
Do you compare yourself with others?
No.
Yes, we all compare ourselves with others.
Sometimes.
But we should know about it and what it leads to. Comparison can lead to inspiration, anger and disappointment based on how you react. If you compare yourself with your role models, it leads to inspiration. Let me explain this with an example. From my childhood, my father always used to say me that your brother was good at studies and also at communication. So I took his words in positive and inspired myself to join this YLP program to enhance my communication skills that I can effectively communicate. But when we normally comparing with others leads to anger and disappointment. Let me explain this also with an example. During last year's parent-teacher meeting, my friend's teacher took his report card and showed his parent and compared him with his classmates. He felt very disappointed and bad and thought why she had compared him with his classmates instead of giving his marks directly to him and his family. Since our childhood, our parents and our society keep on comparing us with everyone. When you compare yourself with others, you subconsciously start to believe that they are better than you and you are inferior to them. By depriving ourselves of all the great skills that we already have and cursing ourselves for that one or two things that we don't have. Comparison takes away happiness and leaves us dissatisfied and with low self-esteem. Do you know what this is? Yes, this is a fingerprint. These are my own fingerprint. Can you bring the same fingerprint from anyone else?
No.
No, you won't be able to bring. Okay, everyone has their own fingerprint. Can you bring your own fingerprint from anyone else than you?
No.
No, again, you cannot. So therefore, there is something special in every person which cannot be seen in others. You are unique, you are special, you are different. Normally, when we compare ourselves with others, we do our own comparison. We compare in a thing which we are not good at, and we start believing that we are not good at anything and fail in things which we could have easily succeeded. If Virat Kohli would have compared with Shah Rukh Khan, would we have such a great cricketer? No, we wouldn't have. In the same way, if Rajamouli would have compared with Kapil Dev, we wouldn't have the Bahubali. During last year's vacation, we went to our uncle's house. His nature is seeing the news in his mobile and reading. In the same way, once he was reading the news in his mobile, and he calls my cousin, Sar, and tells me, an autowala's son became an IAS, and a mechanic's son became an IITian. Why don't you become Sar? My cousin replies that, Papa, if you are also an autowala or a mechanic, I will also become an IAS or an IIT. If there was a choice given to our parents, we all will only become an IAS. But in reality, we have our own inherent skills. If we explore them, we can be better than others. A fish cannot fly and a bird cannot swim, but both are best at their skills. Whenever you compare yourself with others, always react in a positive way, so that your inherent skills would be grown and you can achieve bigger goals. Discovering the motivation and gaining from others is insightful. We should always take suggestions from experienced people. I would like to conclude my speech by saying that there is no comparison between sun and moon. They both shine, but one shines in the morning and another in the night. Over to you, leader.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Harun. Our second speaker is a sixth grader in IISJ and he loves to play keyboard. Please help me welcome Lieutenant Karthik Suresh to deliver his international speech.
To earn to earn is your
Clear? Clear?
Yes.
No, you start.
To earn is
I think they can speak without mic actually.
Better without mic. Okay? Yeah, but you have to listen. See, when the person is speaking, you people have to give what I have told you. How much?
70% of the
70. You have to give?
70.
Person will give?
50.
So, please. Okay? Now he is going to do without. Okay? Please.
That podium mic can be kept out.
Yes, start.
To err is human, to forgive is divine, said by Alexander Pope, a famous poet. Fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, a warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Good evening. How many of you have made mistakes in your lives? Okay, so many of you. As you all know, that learning from mistakes is an important part of our life. At this age, I have made so many mistakes, mostly related with my education. When I studied abacus, as I mentioned in my previous icebreaker speech, I didn't took it much serious and I ignored my parents' advice completely because I was overconfident. Then I got low marks on the 4th level of abacus. Then I showed my report card to my parents, but they didn't tell me anything bad. But I felt sorry and remembered their words. Then I studied really hard for the next level and I got higher marks. From that mistake, I learned a lesson that overconfidence can lead us to failure. Mistakes happen to anyone. In fact, learning from mistakes is an important part of our life. When we attempt to learn what went wrong, we can improve our skills and grow in various ways. Admitting our mistakes usually makes others think better of us as well. If we are not harsh on ourselves for making an honest mistake, we may not only overcome it, but we may also learn. A little boy didn't speak until he was 4 years old and was labeled as mentally ill. His father considered the boy to be a major failure. When the boy was 23, his father died. Until his death, the father considered the boy to be a failure. However, the boy was excellent in maths and physics. From his failures, he worked harder and got the result. After 3 years of his father's death, he published 4 scientific papers that altered the course of science. The boy's name was, can you guess the name? Yeah, it was Albert Einstein. Every mistake that we make is a progress. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried something new. If we are not hard, if we are not following ourselves, then we may lead to failure again. Then we need to analyze ourselves by asking the following questions. What was I trying to do? What went wrong? When did it go wrong? Why did it go wrong? The first step to face a failure is to ownership that I have done a mistake. Once we figure out what, when, where and why it went wrong, we can find a solution so that the mistake doesn't happen again. Positive words from parents, teachers and mentors during difficulty learning challenges are essential for children's growth and development. We children grow up in a society that generally pressures us to be perfect, whether it involves doing homework, playing a sport, exams, developing friendship, etc. Children won't be able to try to take care of themselves unless they are allowed to try to take care of themselves. They will make mistakes, and out of these mistakes, they will come their wisdom. When me and my friend had a fight, even though it was unpleasant, I learned how to reflect on my own actions, manage my emotions and control, and how to solve problems. There are only 3 things to do when you made a mistake. Firstly, admit it. Secondly, learn from it. Thirdly, don't repeat it. That's the important point of this. If anybody had great stories,
Everybody had a lot of mistakes, but there were many people interested to listen to those. One day, when you become successful, people listen to you and say, "Wow, you are great." Mistakes will make us great. Wishing each and every one of you to become great one day. Over to you, youth leader of the day.
Thank you, Student Karthik. Our next speaker is a ninth grader in IS Jubilee who loves playing sports. Help me welcome youth leader Ritika to deliver the international speech.
If you want to love others, I think you should love yourself first. Fellow youth leaders, postmasters, and dear guests, a very warm good evening.
Evening.
Papu, Papu, Papu. Are you all wondering who it is? Yes. Yes, it is me. None of my family members call me with my original name, Ritika. I don't know why, but I hate this nickname. I'm really honest here. Even though, God, the amount of drama I did just to get rid of this nickname, it's a lot. I feel sorry for my parents at this point. Even though I don't like this nickname, I do like the meaning of it. It basically means gorgeous, chubby, and little girl. Why do I see some confusion in everyone's face? I got the reason. Because you're thinking I'm not chubby, I'm not little anymore. But I do know that I'm gorgeous. And I'm confident with that. It will be interesting to get to know me more. I was born in India and brought up in Africa at the age of 2. Yes, I spent most of my life in South Africa. The most thing I love about South Africa is its nature and the people and culture. Things became worse when I came to Saudi Arabia and became a teenager. It was really hard for me because finding new friends and getting used to this culture was really hard for me. My ambition is to become an Air Force officer, and I think I can really do that. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you all one thing. I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of MS Dhoni. I also have one thing which happened with me. It is funny, I guess, for everyone. For me it is, because I've experienced it. Well, my family and I got the chance to go to a cricket match. There, I thought that I would be the loudest and the most cheering person when MS Dhoni comes to bat. But then it totally turned opposite. I turned to see around who that person was who was loud. I was astonished by that. It was none other than my mother. At first, I thought that she didn't like cricket at all because I've never heard her talking about cricket. It was nothing. It was so new. I was so amazed. Well, I have now something to tell you all. Do you know how worthy are you? Do you know your value? Well, sometimes you look outside to determine your value. You're looking in the wrong place because your value is inside you. Your worth is inside you. And I think everyone should know that. You're going on the right track. Don't let doubts bring you down. Always know that everyone loves you and everyone cares about you. And trust yourself, believe in yourself, and love yourself. I take a lot of pride in being myself, and I am comfortable with who I am. Thank you.
Thank you, youth leader Mr. Our next speaker is a sixth grader in International Indian School, IS Jubilee, who loves to draw. Help me welcome youth leader Farzeen Shafi to deliver her international speech.
All the power is with you. All the power is with you. You can do all the power. Sorry, all the power is with you. You could do anything and everything. Believe in this. A very good evening, respected Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, and parents. Myself, Periyar YLP. So my title is Discipline Life. So first of all, without the discipline, it's like a ship without a radar. Now coming to what is a discipline. Discipline is set of rules and regulations. It is also key to success. There are two types of discipline: inner discipline, outer discipline. Inner discipline comes from our soul. We do in the correct time and we do in the correct manner. Means example like we are getting essential task in correct time. We want to eat in a correct time and manner. So the inner discipline is first step towards the creation of students. Second is outer discipline. Outer discipline means that the teacher is saying doing that activity and doing that homework, and we will get that work in home. So it helps to achieve our goals. So this is called an outer discipline. So outer discipline gives us healthy mind. Now coming to 5 basic elements. There are efforts. So the first element is effort. Do you know the story of the crow? In the story we studied the patience and hard work. I will say the story. It was a very sunny day, and the crow was going. The crow was very thirsty in that time. After a long time, the crow saw a pot. In that pot, it was only little water. So what he did know, put some pebbles on it and water come up. So he drank the water. So in this, without the crow effort, we cannot achieve. So in this story, the crow effort was there. Second is focus. Focus, a very nice example is indents of a crane. Indents focus of a crane. You know how the crane catches a fish with standing in a one leg in flowing water. The crane lets small fishes to swim. When the big fish come, the crane catches and eat it. So in this, the crane is focused through the fish. If the crane was not having focus, so the crane cannot catch the fish. Now third is stay active. A very nice example is a dog. Because when dog sleeping also, the dog is alert about what surroundings, like if any thieves are coming, eating like that. So this is the main goal we want to know in our life. Now the fourth element is self-control. The students must have self-control, like beautiful song for our ears and delicious food for our tongue, so etc. This is called a self-control. Everyone should have a self-control. Now the last element is stress-free life. Stress-free life is we are discovering knowledge. Is called and we are putting some comfort zone. In the stress-free life, the comfort zone is there. I will say some examples. No pain, no gain. Second example, a ship is made of harbor. It is not made for standing. It is made for sail storms and discover. So we also want to discover new things. So now I'm coming to the point why I take this topic. Because now I am the class monitor, so I know every discipline in the class. So when the free period comes, I will not let them to talk. I will let them some quizzes and some table topics like that I will in my class. So they are also encouraged with that questions, and they are also busy with that. So now I am concluding my speech with a small quote. Conquer yourselves, the whole universe is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Euclid Fazil. Our next speaker is a 7th grader in IS Jubil and loves playing football. Please help me welcome Leah and Titus to deliver her international speech.
Life is like a game of chess. To win, you have to make a move. And knowing what move to make comes with insight and knowledge, and learning all the lessons that are articulated along the way. We become each and every piece within the game called life. Respected Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, and dear parents, a warm good evening.
Good evening.
How many of you know how to play chess? Great. Well, I'm here to share some information on how we can connect the events of chess to our life. First, let me start by sharing my story on how I got introduced to chess. It was during the early months of pandemic when we were stuck at home doing absolutely nothing. My father introduced me to chess. He taught me the basics. And when we started playing matches, I lost all of them. And I was really upset. Sometimes I would even cry about them. But those failures were the ones that kept me motivated to beat my father. And now, after 2 years, I can say that I beat my father within less than 10 moves. I have been training under my coach for 1.5 years. I also played the district championship as well as the state championship. Anyways, do you know how many pieces there are in a chessboard? 36. 32 pieces. Chess is a game played between two players. It is played in a square board with 64 squares and 32 pieces on it, and a bunch of rules on how each piece moves. But chess is not just a game, it is a way of life. Chess mimics our life in many ways. It is a lab of decision-making process in short time under pressure, calculation, evaluation, analysis, strategies, etc. Here are some life lessons that we can learn from the game of chess. Chess teaches us to look at the bigger picture. While playing chess, a player always makes their moves to progress towards winning the match. No player makes their moves to just save their knight or pawn. This teaches us that we should make decisions in our life that contribute towards winning in life, even if it means we have to sacrifice small things in the process. Chess teaches us to think ahead. Good chess players think many moves ahead to win the match. This playing chess can give us the mindset of thinking forward. It can help us in being organized, anticipate problems, and deal with them well before they occur. Chess helps us to learn from our mistakes. The basic principle of chess is to choose the best option from the different strategic moves available to win the match. Sometimes in this process we might fail, sometimes we might win, but we would learn to evaluate our moves and identify the wrong ones. Just like in life, we all make mistakes, but the important point is to learn from those mistakes and try not to make them again. Chess teaches us to have a strategy. Learning the rules of chess is simple, but that alone won't help you to win a match. You need a strategy. We all have goals in our life, right? To accomplish them, we need a clear vision and plans for our future. Chess teaches us to have to face our challenges and unleash the potential within us. A chess player gets down to the board knowing that there will be losses and threats. But that's the beauty of the game, right? Imagine playing a game without having to think too much, without challenges, without faults, without handlings. Is it even a game? Wouldn't life be so monotonous and dull if we are not being challenged time to time? Even our ECG readings have crests and peaks. When under pressure, human minds unleash a potential that is unparalleled. Only that can bring out the better person in you. Chess teaches us to make quick decisions. Chess is played within a fixed time. To win the match, you need to make the right decisions within that short time. Sometimes in life, we need to make quick decisions. But we need to make quick decisions. The better decisions that we make within that short time, the better life that we lead. Chess also improves our concentration and memory. It enhances our math skills and reading. It fosters our logic, critical thinking, and creativity. What I'm trying to say is that chess has never been a weekend game or an escape from boredom. It has always been a way of life. The things that you take away after a game of chess is priceless. And the best part is that you're never the same person after every game. I hope to see more people playing chess and evolve. I would love to see such a world. I would like to conclude by saying that chess is not always about winning. It is about learning, and so is life. Thank you.
Thank you, youth leader Leah. Next, we have a sixth grader from International Indian School, Jubail, and who loves dancing and playing Roblox. Please let me welcome youth leader Arna Gupta to deliver her international project.
Whenever I go to give my test, my mom always prays to God. May God give enough understandings to my teachers, to read my spellings, to respected Toastmasters, distinguished guests, parents, youth leader of the day, fellow youth leaders. A very warm good evening to all of you. Good evening. Very recently, my teacher did my copy to decorate it with a red pen. And she did her job very beautifully. The number of designs with red pen were equal to the number of words written with blue pen. What in symmetry! She has written few sentences below with her autograph. Do you like that? I can give you some tips. Corona pandemic supported me a lot in my exams as they were online objective test paper. Thank God. One of the problem is my best friend Ananya. She is like Burj Khalifa to me. Even though I wear my high heel sandal, I could not succeed to reach her top floor. I used to see her like this. So I used my clever mind and sat uncomfortable to talk her online. My mom loves me very much, as every mom do, but she creates me problems time to time. Whenever she scolds my twin brother, she taps me without any reason. But time gives us enough strength and power to stand and fight against injustice. By struggling with my mom, I become a great speaker. But only in my home. And my another problem is my slow handwriting. I read somewhere that slow and steady wins the race. But instead of winning, I keep complaining by my teachers. Do you know why I am slow? Do you know? No. I am slow because I have so many dreams. And while writing my notes, I lost in my dreams. Do you see dreams?
Yes.
As day or night? Night. I see them in both. Because I am inspired by my father, who was previous employee of Reliance Industry and very much inspired by Dhirubhai Ambani. And he reminds me he's got time to time life. Only men who see dreams can only do it, and those who dare dreams. There is whole world to win. That's why I have so many dreams. Let's see what will happen. So far, no positive results. I have some problem with my dad too. He knows that I am suffering from slow handwriting symptoms, but still, he forced me to write my icebreaker at international speeches. And I said, it's a very difficult task for me. I said again, I am a leader, a youth leader. Youth leader do not write. Leader used to speak. Please provide me a secretary or be my secretary. I offered him a job. He rejected my offer. Then I started writing my speeches in my own pace and style. I said, I need quality of time to write a good speech. Do not disturb me by saying, read your school books. By my dad's words, my dad was little panicked as the next week was summer exams. Finally, he accepted the job to be my secretary and supported me a lot in my speeches. And my another problem is mine. I missed 5 marriage ceremonies of my dear ones. Due to corona pandemic, I could not go India last 2 years. And my another problem is I could not spare much time with my grandmother and my grandfather. I lost them in my age 6. I realized that problems are parts of our life and we need to learn how to deal with it. Dear youth leaders, life without problem is not normal. And these lines give me extreme happiness. As my life is full of problems, I am normal. In fact, I am normally normal. Are you ready to be normally normal?
Yes.
Back to you, Yuki.
Thank you, Yuki. Next up is a 6th grader in ISD who loves dancing and singing. Please help me welcome Yuki Arnav Gupta, who will deliver his international speech.
But when this speech is, the show will go on. On 16 November 2011, there were 2 new releases. No, I'm not talking about movies. I'm talking about me and my sister. We both entertain our parents, teachers, and everybody. And the show must go on. And the show Respected Toastmasters, distinguished guests, fellow youth leader, and dear parents, a very warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Myself, Arnav Gupta, and I am a youth leader like you, and you. I know a struggle of a youth leader. A youth leader like Chaitanya Shi, who was struggling for the post of VP Education, VP membership, and president, and could finally settle at the post of secretary in previous election. A youth leader like Divya Sridhar, who was struggling to find a mature public speaker like her, and a youth leader like our current honorable president, youth leader Atharva, who is still struggling to implement his idea of sending next speaker in a room to get prepared for first 30 seconds. I know the struggle of a table topic speaker to speak about 1 minute. I am a youth leader like you. In previous presidential election, I stood up for you, but you lost the opportunity. That gave dynamic, energetic leader like me. However, I will serve you selflessly. If your problems is not solving by your current honorable president, youth leader Atharva, you may approach to me. Book your advance appointment now for my secretary, my dad. So we will get enough time to resolve your issues. Now let me tell my background. At the age of 3, my parents, teachers, and all person who knows me calls me hyperactive. Those days I was slim. I was running here and there till I sleep. And when I was in class first in Radha International School in Yanbu, my class teacher, who was from Kashmir, Vasya ma'am, who loves me and I also love her too, said in one parents teacher meeting, your son never sits in class quietly, roaming outside the class here and there, but never sitting. And one time she told in parents teacher meeting that your son acts like a government officer. When I gave him a work, he told, this can be not completed now. As government officer told, come later. I lost 2 times. Once in Gujarat, outside the temple. I was outside the temple with my dad. My dad was busy in watching scenery and crowd. Meanwhile, I feel bored and I escaped from there. And when my mother came, she asked my dad, where is Arnav? My dad, where is Arnav? And both started finding me, but they could not find me. And my mom started weeping. My dad thought to call the car driver to help finding me. And when the car driver came, to be surprisingly, I was in the car itself. Second time, in restaurant in a crowded area at Ville Parle in Bombay. My parents were attracted towards the Bombay. When my parents paid the bill, they left the restaurant. And after walking 100 meters away, my mother thought, where's Arnav? And my dad also thought, where's Arnav? They both asking each other. And then my dad realized, wait, they did not pick me from the restaurant. And when they returned to the restaurant, luckily I was there. At the age of 6, I was jumping from one table to a sofa and a chair. And I slept. My head collided the table very hardly. And it busted open about 1 inch. Seeing the flow of the blood through my head, my parents got panicked. And my dad took me to the nearest hospital. And there I got 6 stitches on my head. And that was the turning point of my life. My parents became very possessive, bringing all the amusement items in my home only, like tab, indoor games, and video games. Thus, an hyperactive boy turns into a fat boy of sleep. But he is still filled with energy to run her super hit show, and the show must go on. Back to you.
Thank you, Arnav Gupta.
I would really like to go.
Now, for our final speech, it's 8th graders from IAS Jules. Please help me welcome youth leader Ishafi Naushad to deliver her international speech.
Next year.
May I give the diamond support, please?
Respected dignitaries, warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Today I am going to say how much time each person took for this speech. Youth leader Harun, 5 minutes, qualified. Youth leader Karthik, 6 minutes, qualified. Youth leader Ritika, 5 minutes, 13 seconds, qualified. Youth leader Farzeen, 6 minutes, qualified. Youth leader Leah and Titus, 6 minutes, 40 seconds, qualified. Youth leader Arnav Gupta, 6 minutes, 59 seconds, qualified. Youth leader Arnav Gupta, 7 minutes, qualified. Congratulations to all the speakers.
So, all the speakers are qualified. May I request all of you to cast your vote?
That's right. All got the 6. Aaron, you good? Carry on, job master.
This brings us to an end of our prepared speech segment. May I request our joke master, India Reader, to come to the lectern to share some jokes.
Normal, everyone?
Yes.
Thank you very much, you for the day. First of all, before I begin with my role as a joke master, I would like to, honestly speaking, I'm astonished by seeing everyone's speeches. A lot of life lessons I've learned from all these speakers today, and it was also very hilarious as well. So, wonderful speeches, everyone. So, beginning with my role as a joke master, I have a couple of jokes, so to enlighten all of you moods. My first question is, what kind of tea is hard to swallow? Reality. What did the buffalo tell to his child while going out? Bison. What do you give to a sick lemon? Lemonade. What should you do when no one laughs at your chemistry jokes? Keep going until you get a reaction. Which animal is the worst at hiding? Yes? No, it is the leopards because they are spotted. If you have 13 apples in one hand and 10 oranges in the other hand, what do you have? Fruits. You're wrong, but it's big hands. Why can't you trust an atom? Because they make up everything. What do computers eat for a snack? Microchips. What did the baby corn say to the mama corn?
Popcorn.
Popcorn. Yes. Where do fish keep their money?
Fish tank.
Sorry? No, it's the riverbank. Thank you very much. I hope you are enlightened all the rules.
Thank you, Divya, for such nice jokes. Now, let's have a 10-minute break.
Your topic is who is your role model? I repeat, who is your role model?
Distinguished guests, Toastmasters, and all my fellow friends, youth leaders. Good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
Today I have been given the topic, who is my role model? Well, I think I would prefer my role model to be my father. An amazing speaker, always guides me, and my mother is not less though. I would also go with her after my father because she motivates me every day. She helps me what I do, but I would prefer my father because when he comes home after office, I always go to him and I greet him. I ask him how was his day, and he asks me to how was my day, and we have a conversation for like 15 to 30 minutes. We get to know each other every day more. He shares his stories and I really like him. Motivates me every day. Before night, we usually have a 5-minute talk and he comes at my bed to wish me good night, and sometimes I go to him, and yeah, I would prefer my father to be my role model.
Thank you, madam, for that wonderful speech. So, the third table topic speaker is Periyar YLP. Your topic is which is your favorite place to go and why? I repeat, which is your favorite place to go and why?
Good evening, fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, and your parents. Today, the table topic master has given me the topic. Which place do you want to go and why? The place I wish to go is to Italy. Do you know why? It's because of its snow. From a young age, I had a desire to touch snow. My father showed me videos, photos of him in Italy and Germany, and there I started my desire. Well, my friend Gulu Gulu has helped me so much. Those who don't know who is my friend Gulu Gulu, he is Google. In the times of the pandemic, I used to search in Google, what is Italy and what's in it. So it would say, it was Rome, it was Venice, it was Rome, it was no. Like that. Yeah, that's my emotions. So, first I thought Italy was full of snow, but when my friend told me about it, I understood it has more beautiful like places than I expected. Now, with my ambition, if it gets good, I will try my best to go there. That's not finish my discussion. Thank you.
So, the fourth table topic speaker is Afra Assurance. Your topic is what is your biggest fear? I repeat, what is your biggest fear?
Dear fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, distinguished guests, parents, mentors, a very warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
It didn't even, for me, it didn't even take a second to see which is my biggest fear. It's none other than Lilia and pets. Okay, let's start. First, she roasts me every time, alright? We play together, alright? The first thing when I enter just one step, she has something to roast me about. Something or the other. And second, yesterday I was peacefully trying to sleep when she came to call me, and the thing I saw was her face. An incredible nightmare. And when I see her, the only thing I can remember is why? Why did I choose for all the people her? Why I could have done my life so much better? And it would be my friends. Friends are there to keep you, and yeah, that is true. But my friends, there are a few characteristics about them. First of all, they are really nice, but at the same time, the meanest people alive. It is hard to control them. I don't even know how the past 7 years I've controlled them over my whole life. And the thing I would like to conclude is, my biggest fear are my friends. Who else should I fear? Thank you.
So, the fifth and the last table topic speaker is Ishan Mali. Your topic is who is your best friend? I repeat, who is your best friend?
Dear fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, a warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
I got the topic, and he asked me, who is my best friend? I would instantly say, a boy who wears glasses, his skin is dark, he was a friend of mine from LKG, he is taller than me, and he's always angry at me for some reason, I don't know why. His name is Shalom. I have known him from LKG and I still know him. He lives in the same city as me, of course. And he's always trying to message in the group, let's meet up, let's meet up, let's meet up, let's have a sleepover or something like that. But I always say, no, not now. Because I'm an introvert. And every introvert wants their father to yell, no, I do not want to go. He is my best friend for one quality. Because he is always supporting me. He has never disrespected me. But every time if I agree to a plan, sometimes he'll be like, I don't want to go. I think he's trying to mock me. But that's it. My best friend is Shannon. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, VP Education, for giving me this opportunity and
One more
congratulations.
speaker is there.
One more teacher.
Azarma is there. Isn't it?
Yeah. It is not the thing is not there.
It's there.
He's there in the
He's on and I think he looked at the
Old one, yeah. Maybe, yeah. Old. Yeah. Let him also give it. Other words. You have a point? Topic? can give him a topic. Okay? You can? Or I want to give? Yeah, very good. He will give you a topic.
Your topic is, which is your favorite movie and why?
This is the best topic I ever got. I always wanted to say something about movies once in a speech. So the movie which I personally like the most is Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is a 2014 thriller film which revolves around kind of an antagonist who is a journalist who makes videos for news channels, and this movie really shows us that how a person can fall to a low level just so that he could gain all the success he wants. It shows us that how this story is about a character named Louis Bloom. Louis Bloom is basically a journalist who is kind of a sociopath who is disconnected with the society. He doesn't have any friend or any social life. But he's a very hardworking guy. He knows how to bargain, he knows how to sell any product. And whenever he sells any product, there's a scene in the movie where he sells his bicycle just so that he could earn some money for a camera. So that scene was so amazing. I was completely blown away. He had done research on every small things of the cycle. That is the dedication. Number two, it shows that does compromising with ethics, can compromising with ethics pay you? This film is a very good example of that thing. And lastly, the actor, Rachel Hall, really gave an amazing performance as a Nightcrawler. He actually lost some pounds of weight just for that role, and he also roamed with some Nightcrawlers, means those people who roam in the night so that they could just gain stages of accidents. Those are the 3 points why I really love this film. That's the kind of film which actually inspired me to just be confident in our life, to bargain, how to communicate. That's really amazing film. I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10 stars. Thank you.
Thank you, VP Education, for giving me this opportunity, and congratulations to all table topic speakers for their fantastic attempts. Over to you, Lucia.
Timing report. Here you can explain.
Youth leader Adib, 1 minute 12 seconds. Youth leader Mazin. He's 1 minute 12 seconds qualified. Youth leader Ryan, 1 minute 42 seconds qualified. Youth leader Farha, 1 minute 34 seconds qualified. Youth leader Ishan, 1 minute 16 seconds qualified. Youth leader Atharva, 1 minute 48 seconds qualified.
All are qualified. Cast vote and continue.
Everyone cast their vote for the table topic speakers.
Back to you, three.
Over to you, three of you.
Thank you, Mr. Five Nelson, for a very interesting table topic segment. Evaluation segment. For improvement, we need constructive feedback. So let us have an expert comment from our general evaluator and his team. Our general evaluator today is a true symbol of commitment and support. Ever encouraging and dedicated youth leader, he is a 9th grader in International Indian School of Jubail. His hobbies include playing video games and reading books. Please help me welcome youth leader Vedant Kumar to the podium.
Thank you, Lucia, for that wonderful introduction. Dear mentors, Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, a very warm good evening to one and all. Good evening. I welcome you all to another exciting session of evaluation session. Evaluation session is a very important session in the Toastmaster educational program. We talk to many people and do many things in our personal and professional life. But very seldom, we get instant feedback, compassion and motivation. In youth leadership program, we got experience of youth leaders who give very wonderful feedback to motivate us and explain him areas of strength which he can capitalize in further areas which he needs extra attention. For evaluating the prepared speeches and the table topic speeches, I have tonight a very strong team of seasoned, stylish and very effective evaluators. Help me welcome youth leader Adib Sheikh to evaluate the first speech by Mohammed Harun.
You collect the votes. Just collect the votes.
अभी वैल्यूएशन है इसके लिए हम കൊടുക്കണ്ടോ
Good evening, everyone. Today I am here to evaluate the international speech of Mohammed Harun, and to say in one word, well, it was amazing. He had a confident start that he maintained throughout the speech. He asked questions to get and maintain the audience's attention towards his speech. He gave also plenty of examples from his life experience. And the best thing that I like that he had a prop, that is the paper with his fingerprints, which is a sure way of getting the audience's attention and make them attentive to your speech. Well, and as always, there is room for improvement, and you can do just that by improving your eye contact. You were looking down occasionally, looking towards the stage, and looking nervous a few times during the speech. So you could improve on that, work on that, and I would also encourage you to use the podium more. You were walking up and down the stage, but I would encourage you to walk horizontally across the stage. And well, if you apply these recommendations to your speeches, I'm sure that you will be one of the best speakers here, and I hope you do that. Thank you.
Thank you, youth leader Adib Sheikh, for that constructive and effective evaluation. Now I would like to welcome youth leader Mohammed Roshan for his evaluation of Karthik Suresh's speech.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for that wonderful introduction. Fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, good evening. First of all, let me congratulate youth leader Karthik Suresh for that astonishing speech. Everyone, big round of applause. And now I will follow through with the evaluation. The positive thing about his speech was how he executed his point, which was about learning from our failures. He stood firm while making his statements, which is a really good / positive thing to do while making speeches. And another positive thing was about how he had caught everyone's attention in the beginning with a Q&A and maintained it throughout the speech. And few recommendations are how I noticed that in some occasions I noticed that he quickly changed his eye contact from a person to something else in the surroundings and then back to the person. So I would like you to avoid that and try to change your eye contact smoothly from one person to another /group. And the last would be use the podium more and during necessary situations. And now everything aside, the speech was wonderful and amazing. And I know for a fact that if you work even harder, you will become an excellent communicator in the near future. Thank you.
That was a great evaluation by you, Group Leader Mohammed Roshan. Help me welcome a very compassionate person and a person who always has a big smile on his face, our mentor, Mr. Srivida Sankar.
As traditional oral applications, it's fantastic presentation from you because he is one of my mentees. Thank you. General evaluators, a lot of fellow leaders and youth leader Ritika Manigandan in particular. Youth leader Ritika, I am very much proud of you because you talked about love yourself. You said it rightly. If you are not loving ourselves, who would love, right? And you sprinkle some humor whenever you are talking about your mom because you are astonished at saying that your mom is first time talking about cricket and Dhoni actually. And the one important fact I noticed that you have a beautiful smile initially and it was throughout your speech. Because when you are talking about inspiring way, that will have a positive energy. It is not only applicable to Ritika, all the youth leaders I am talking in general. And in between, and you are so fortunate that you can learn the experience of 3 countries, right? India, South Africa, and lastly Saudi Arabia. It is an amazing experience for you. But every better speech has a potential aspects to improve further. It is not only for Ritika but also for everybody because most of the time your pitch was same actually because I know it is first speech is not so easy, but if you practice like that, because in between you sprinkle some humor and you talk about when I here in South Africa, you got some, so that time you get some kind of exercise you can apply because that will elevate the speech to other level. And one more recommendation for you that most of the time you are standing in a particular occasion. So try because this will make the transition more effective and it will maintain the connectivity of audience. Having said, a great speaker, you have all potential with you. Try a little bit work hard and contact your mentors. And if you consider my recommendation with regard to the stage usage and voice modulation, definitely you all have an amazing talent and we all are blessed like a youth leader, like all the 32 students are our child and we are blessed. And please continue the momentum and we all are with you. Thank you. Please keep it up.
Wow, an amazing evaluation by our mentor. Now help me welcome our 4th youth leader, Mr. Esther, to evaluate the speech of Harshit Sharma.
General evaluator, fellow youth leaders, distinguished Toastmasters, dear guests, and youth leader Fazim Shafi in particular. A very good evening to and all.
Good evening.
I really enjoyed your speech since that gave a wonderful message how to be disciplined in your life. The speech had a lovely opening. All the power is within you. Yes, correct. Then he spoke very loud so that caught the attention of the audience. He smoothly moved into the body and told us about the experience that you do in the class monitor and the things that you do as a class monitor. You told us about the 5 points for discipline with a short story in each point. First one, effort, focus, active, self-control, and stress-free life. The story delivered was in a dramatic way. I really liked your speech. What I liked the most in your speech was your body language, voice modulation, and the stage movement. You used this podium very well. I like the way you conclude also. Conquer yourself, then all the universe is for you. Overall, I really enjoyed your speech. However, we are here to improve. There are some areas you can be improved, so you can take the speech to the further heights. You are frequently looking down, like that feel that you are a bit nervous. If you avoid that, it will be more better. You started the speech very quickly. You could wait till the youth leader of the day sit down and take a look and smile at the audience. It will be more better. You could add a bit more humor, then it will be more entertaining. Your hand gesture, in some places you are unnecessarily making your hand gestures. That also make you nervous. If you practice these areas in front of the mentor, then I am sure you will make very far difference for the further speeches. To conclude, please go with your strengths like good opening and body language, and take sure that you will include my suggestion and then you will be a good speaker to a great speaker. Thank you. Over to you. Now, help me welcome youth leader Prakriti Pillai to evaluate Joanna Serra's speech.
Actually, she didn't participate, so.
She's not here.
I mean, she's here, but she didn't participate.
She hasn't given the speech because she was not well.
Okay. So I'll move on to the next one.
Yes.
Now help me welcome a very energetic youth leader, Siddharth. Youth leader Siddharth to evaluate Leah's speech.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for that encouraging introduction. Youth from today, fellow youth leaders, General Evaluator, dear Toastmasters and guests. A warm good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
So today, I am evaluating the speech of Leah and Titus. Where is he? It was an excellent start with a quote which was said amazing by Leah. You asked a question to attract the audience. It was very well said. It was well by giving a personal example about chess. She explained beautifully about her experience of playing chess in an interactive way. And I liked the style, how she said it. She said games without any challenges. Isn't it right? Games without any challenges are boring, right?
Yes.
So, it was very good. And now I would like to give some small recommendations. You could add some humor in your speech. There was a little bit lack of humor, I guess. Try to have a smile while speaking on the podium because it attracts this audience. I think you can improve the voice modulation a bit more, just a bit more. She started very confidently and said beautifully. But when it was getting near the conclusion, I think she got a little nervous at the end. Other than that, it was amazing and it was such a nice speech to hear. Astonishing speech, Leah. Over to General Evaluator.
Now help me welcome Grand Nausar to evaluate Anna Gupta's speech.
Good evening, fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, parents, youth leader Anna Gupta in particular.
Good evening.
Today I will be evaluating an energetic, humorous youth leader, Anna Gupta. She started with her personal example and her topic was problems regards the solution. She had a very good eye contact. She put a personal example in the start and in the middle of the speeches. Had a very, very good voice modulation when she said how she lost her grandparents. Then body gestures, very good. She asked questions to all of us to get us engaged in her speech. Then she gave us a message that was problems also have a solution. Well, the points of improvement, well, in that case, your speech is not wasted because there's no problems in it. I tried my best to find it. I was really astonished by this, but I couldn't find it. So, who all liked her speech? So, your speech is just like your life is just like a math book, my math book.
Now, let me welcome Joel Roshan
to evaluate Arnab Gupta's speech.
General evaluators, youth leader of the day, fellow youth leaders, and parents, a warm good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Today I will be evaluating the speech of youth leader Arnab Gupta. His speech title is So We'll Go On. Arnab started his speech with a good introduction. With this itself, he was able to capture the audience attention. The body as content was well crafted. It was very clear from the speech that you have done good preparation. You had a very good body movement and had good eye contact with the audience. There was a humor in your speech which again gained the audience attention in your hands. But we are here to improve, and I would suggest you to improvement points. You have a good body movement, however, it is better that you tell a point in one position. Take a pause and move to the next position. This will keep the audience to attention. Overall, I enjoy your speech, and please take my humble recommendation for your future speech and love to listen more from you. Over to you.
Now, help me welcome the evaluator for TD session, youth leader Aisha Fatima.
Distinguished guests, respected Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, a warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Today, I'm going to be evaluating the table topic speakers. First one, youth leader Adib Sheikh. Your topic was, what is your favorite food and why? He tried to add as much as his favorite food, and that's a good thing. And recommendation would be, rather than going back and forth, you could have moved from one point to another. Second one was youth leader Mohammed Mazin. Your topic was, who is your role model? You added more details about knowing you. And you could have used more voice modulation that would connect the listeners. Third one was youth leader Ryan Naushad. Your topic was, which is your favorite place to go and why? You added really good humor. You could have used the stage a bit more. Afra Ashraf, your topic was, what is your biggest fear? You added good humor, and your stage usage was incredible. You could have put more eye contact with the people. Ishan Malik, your topic was, who is your best friend? You made the topic very clear. It's hard to find someone who's made the topic really clear. You could have used the stage a bit more. Last but not least, Adava Hanman. Your topic was, which is your favorite movie and why? You gave a lot of details, that's a good thing. A recommendation would be, you could have looked at everyone, which would connect the audience. Other than that, all of you did amazing. I'm sure you can all improve this. A big round of applause, please. And general evaluation would always take time to think about your topic, which will help becoming a great table topic speaker. Over to you, general evaluator.
May I now get the timer's report, please?
Yes.
Youth leader Adib, 1 minute 21 seconds qualified. Youth leader Roshan, 1 minute 30 seconds qualified. Srinivasan Kal, 1 minute 50 seconds qualified. Youth leader Mirza, 2 minutes 12 seconds qualified. Youth leader Siddharth, 1 minute 53 seconds qualified. Youth leader Ryan, 1 minute 44 seconds qualified. Youth leader Jewel, 1 minute 34 seconds qualified. Youth leader Aisha Fatima, overall 1 minute 41 seconds qualified.
All are qualified. Only youth leaders. Vote for the youth leaders only.
May I request you all to cast your votes? In the meantime, I invite the word master and remainder of the day to come to the lecture and give his report, please.
A very good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
The speaker who used the word is our DTM Arish Angal, DTM Manoj Angal, Youth Leader Aaron Emmanuel, Youth Leader Radhika Manikandan, Youth Leader DP Sridhar, Youth Leader Mohammad Roshan, DTM Shivada Sangal, Youth Leader Siddharth Manoj, Youth Leader Rayan P. Naushad. Some note on creative use of language. Youth Leader Karthik Shulesh, 3 quotes. Youth Leader Fasim Safi, 2 quotes. List of mistakes. One of the speakers said contract instead of contact. List of broken sentences and repetitions. Youth Leader Muhammad Arun, 1 repetition. Youth Leader Karthik Suresh, no repetition and broken sentence. Youth Leader Radhika Manikandan, 1 broken sentence. Youth Leader Fasim Safi repeated 4 repetitions and 1 broken sentence. Youth Leader Leah and Curtis, 1 repetition. Youth Leader Arna Gupta, 1 broken sentence. Youth Leader Arna Gupta, 2 repetitions. Youth Leader Muhammad Adib Sheikh, 1 broken sentence. Youth Leader Muhammad Mazin, no broken sentence and repetition. Youth Leader Rayan P. Naushad, 1 broken sentence. Youth Leader Afra Ashraf, no broken sentence and repetition. Youth Leader Ishan Malik, no broken sentence and repetition. Youth Leader Adarwa Anwar, no broken sentence and repetition. Thank you.
You already completed the accountant report, but who is the accountant? He noted. Yeah. Yeah.
May I request our accountant to give his report, please?
For the wonderful introduction.
Masi.
Now I will continue the counter results. The international speakers are Youth Leader Muhammad Harun, 0 verbal touches, 1 unnecessary words, 2 word repetition, 4 process. Youth Leader Karthik Suresh, 0 verbal touches, 0 unnecessary words, 1 word repetition, 0 process. Youth Leader Radhika Manikandan, 0 verbal touches, 1 unnecessary words, 0 word repetition, 1 process. Youth Leader Farzin Shafi, 7 verbal touches, 4 unnecessary words, 4 word repetitions, 0 process. Youth Leader Riyan and 0 verbal touches, 0 unnecessary words, 3 word repetition, 2 process. Youth Leader Arna Gupta, 0 verbal touches, 1 unnecessary words, 0 word repetitions, 0 process. Youth Leader Arna Gupta, 0 verbal touches, 0 unnecessary words, 1 word repetition, 0 process. Now let us move to take up the speakers. Youth Leader Muhammad Abid Sheikh, 1 verbal touches, 2 unnecessary words, 0 word repetitions, 1 process. Youth Leader Mazin, 1 verbal touches, 1 unnecessary words, 0 word repetitions, 0 process. Youth Leader Rayan P. Naushad, 0 verbal touches, 1 unnecessary words, 0 word repetitions, 0 process. Youth Leader Afra Ashraf, 0 verbal touches, 0 unnecessary words, 0 word repetitions, 0 process. Youth Leader Muhammad Ishan Malik, 0 verbal touches, 0 unnecessary words, 0 word repetitions, 0 process. Youth Leader Adarwa Hanna, 0 verbal touches, 0 unnecessary words, 0 word repetitions, 0 process. Thank you, and over to you, General.
Let's give a big round of applause to all the evaluators. Now it's my turn to evaluate the overall proceeding of the meeting. I really love the meeting, how it started, where the youth leader of the day started with a speech on theme of the day, which gave us an in-depth of the speech. The meeting started sharp on time, which is appreciable. There were a lot of engaging speeches and I really enjoyed it. I have a few recommendations to improve the overall meeting. I think more youth leaders should engage the questions, mentors, or the people who give speech. And I feel like more people should use the word of the day. Other than that, the meeting was flawless and I really enjoyed it. Thank you, youth leader of the day, and over to you.
What an astonishing evaluation segment. Please give a huge round of applause to our Now, I invite Toastmaster Hari Shankar to the podium.
Thank you. This is a when Stokia's arrangement, the vote counter most likely has not completed the results. That's the reason the youth leader of the day directly called me on stage. Let me take this time to tell you something. Because when a speaker is on stage, please deliver your full attention. Do not move around. Do not talk to each other. Do not make any unnecessary distracting noises like taking your notes and flipping it through. Okay? Just don't do that. We all wanted you to get self-discipline. That's the reason we are not doing any kind of overseeing. We told you, please maintain. We would like you to internalize that discipline. Alright?
Yes.
Will you do that?
Yes, sir.
Siddharth, will you?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Now, I think, vote counter, are you ready? Okay, you take your time to complete. I think there are some youth leaders today who didn't have any role to play. Are there someone like this?
Yes.
Who are they? Please raise your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, 3 of them. Come on stage, please. Come on stage. Okay, so Pragati, thing is that this platform is for you to gain confidence in public speaking. I am not going to give you a topic. You are given the platform and the timer will time you for 2 minutes. You can speak about any topic that is dear to you. Take the podium. You will have to remove your mask and speak.
Thank you for giving me this chance to speak. And the meeting was really nice. And this is not a prepared speech, so I can't say much. But overall the meeting was really nice, except that I was freezing over the chair because of the ACs. Do that. And all the speakers were really nice, and my friends right here were really nice in their speech. It was really humorous and I liked it a lot. And Arnav and Arna's speech was the best overall in my vision, because they cracked all the jokes, which I couldn't. And the meeting was awesome, and I wish to continue like this. I have nothing much to speak over here, so I'm sorry about it. And what did I do? Well, okay, so that's it, I guess. Thank you.
Who is coming first? Yes. You have to speak. There is no specific topic. You can choose something, whatever. You have 2 minutes. Okay, you have to speak on something else now because she has already covered it. Take out the mask. Yeah. That's okay. When you speak, that is your perspective. Even if what she said is what you are going to say, when you say it is going to be different. So you can speak. Speak. Without speaking, you will not leave here.
You talk about your
What
friends.
meeting, Guru?
Your friends.
Talk
What
about
about
the
you?
meeting, today's meeting. What was there?
Today's meeting overall it was good. And all you have done a good job.
Very good.
Which speech you like?
I like Arnold.
Annual speech. How was the workshop?
It was good.
Okay, what was special in that workshop?
It was good.
What you learned from the workshop?
Maintain eye contact very quickly.
Very good. Okay, good.
It was clarity.
Very nice. Remove your mask. And you can speak about anything. Okay? You can speak about even calligraphy. Speak about your brother's performance on stage.
My brother's performance on stage was really nice. I was amazed when he added some humor in, even though it was evaluation, he added humor. He is completely opposite of me. I couldn't even start talking a bit in front of people, but he did a really amazing job by adding humor and using the word of the day.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
Very good.
You have done a great job. You were very hesitant to speak, but when you spoke, did anything go wrong? Any catastrophe happen? Nothing happened. So just don't be afraid. Alright? Nice job. Are the results ready? Are the results ready?
Ready.
Ready. Okay.
I request our presiding officer and YLP coordinator, Toastmaster, Manoj Uncle, to come to the podium. I request our vote counter, Youth Leader Raj Hanuman, to the lectern and announce today's results.
Okay, so let us invite YLP President Atharva.
The best speaker, first prize goes to Arnav Gupta. Second prize goes to Arna Gupta.
There is no first, second like that. Just three speakers, best speakers we have selected. Okay.
Okay. Let the photo just
Yeah.
finish and then we'll get it.
Okay. Arna Gupta. Ria and Titus.
So a group photo.
Best TT speaker, Ryan Naushad. Afra Ashraf. Arif Sheikh. Best evaluators, Ryan Naushad. Siddharth Manoj. Mirza Irshad. Leave up after it.
Congratulations to all the winners, all the speakers, and my dear attendees. Dear youth leaders, it has been a real pleasure and privilege to be a youth leader of the day. I would like to thank all my attendees and the good heart which guided me and our team to wisely build this meeting. My special thanks to our proceeding officer and vice president President of Education, for this opportunity. Over to you, Presiding Officer.
Yes. I hope everyone had a good day today. So, today when I was given the opportunity as table topic speaker, my topic was my favorite movie. Why do I really like it? The reason why I chose the night color because it was kind of resembled to our theme of the day, which is honesty is the best policy. Now, actually, I had a limitation of 2 minutes. That's the reason why I was not able to tell everything. But in everything in detail, and I missed some few points. Like I said, that compromising with your ethics can pay you. Now that was like a very negative thing. It's like very bad thing. What I wanted to say was compromising with your ethics can pay you, but there are some consequences which you have to face. That was the message I wanted to give. But I don't know why it didn't strike me during while I was giving the message. That's a really good mistake I did. Now, coming to the next point, that is the word of the day. Yeah, I missed the word of the day today. I was supposed to say when I said I really like the scene where the guy sells his bicycle just to buy a camera. I should have said that scene astonished me. That was the second mistake which I personally did. Now, I invite our Periyar Club President DTM Harish sir to the stage.
Thank you, Adel, for the nice personal message.
Yes, to call to VC education.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Adel, please. You have to call to VC education to announce the next. Back to Adel.
Now, I invite the VP Education for our lawful to the stage to tell us the assignments of our next meeting.
Thank you, President, for the invitation to announce the next 3 roles of the assignees. Our next meeting will be on 14th of June 2022, Tuesday. My team of assignees for the next meeting will be our master and Canadian will be youth leader Ishaq P. Naushad. Timer will be youth leader Ryan P. Naushad. Accounter will be youth leader Joanna Sarah. Joke master will be youth leader Joel Roshan. Our TT master will be youth leader Aisha Fatima and Faraz Shafi. And our general evaluator will be youth leader Pragati Pillai. International project will be youth leader Arun Emmanuel, youth leader Afra Ashraf, youth leader Divya Sridhar, youth leader Adarwa, youth leader Raj, youth leader Vamika Singh. Speech evaluators will be youth leader Roshan, youth leader Harun, youth leader Leah and youth leader Chaitanya Sri, youth leader Ishna, Ihsan Malik, youth leader Jonathan. TT speakers will be youth leader Vedant Kumar Singh, youth leader Muhammad Farhan, youth leader Karthik Suresh, youth leader Siddharth Manoj, youth leader Radhika, youth leader Fardeen Shafi, youth leader Arna Gupta, youth leader Jordin Xavier, youth leader Muhammad Faiz. TT evaluator will be youth leader Abid Sheikh. Hope the above are correct. If any doubts or concerns, please let me know. Is that alright?
Yes.
Thank you. Let us confirm these are our assignees for the next meeting. Thank you very much.
I think it will be in Cookson. Meeting will be in Cookson, right? Yeah. Meeting will be in Cookson.
Now I invite the president of Periyar Masters Club, Mr. DTM Harish Ansar, to further proceed the meeting.
Thank you, everyone. So, our next meeting is next 2 meetings. In fact, are going to be in Cookson. Okay. So, coming Tuesday as well as the next Friday, our meetings will be in Cookson.
And YLOD also he missed to announce that. Youth leader of the day. Who is the youth leader of the day?
Okay.
Next
Mason.
The meeting you will
Yeah. The next unit leader of the day is going to be unit leader master. Alright? So I think we are ahead of time today. The food is not ready, I think. So we have some time in hand and we will make use of it. Before we get into discussing emotional intelligence, I would like the parents here, would you like to come back and share your feedback? Come here and share your feedback. Any parents? I don't see a ready showing your hands. So you have lost the opportunity. Dear all, I am going to talk to you about the subject that is close to my heart. I don't know how close it is for you. What do you think about emotional intelligence? Is it something? What do you think about it?
It's really good.
Huh? Yes, tell me, really boring.
It's really good.
Really good. Okay.
It's very important in life.
Very important. Nice. In that case, that justifies me taking your time. Clear. Okay. Yesterday and today, last meeting and today, we were continuing on a discussion about shame and guilt. Okay. I said I am going to come back to it and ask you again and again what it is. Okay. Who here is going to stand up and tell me what is shame? Stand up here.
Shame is means being bad, feeling bad.
Okay, feeling bad about yourself is shame. Okay.
Yes.
If you feel that I am bad, that is shame. All right. Thank you. Good. Arna. Now, who is going to tell me what is guilt? Okay. No, the first person. Roshan. Yeah. Roshan.
Guilt is feeling that there is nothing wrong in me, but I have done something wrong and I will correct it.
Wonderful. So, when you meet with failure or disappointment, which is the feeling you will let happen to yourself?
Guilt.
Guilt. Okay. Always keep guilt. Who said shame? Yeah. Why?
Because failure, right?
Yeah.
Because in being failure is feeling bad, and I told that feeling bad for ourselves means shame.
It means shame. So you will feel bad. Okay, that is our natural tendency. But the thing that we need to learn is that instead of feeling that we are ourselves bad, we need to understand and think about it that there is nothing inherently bad with myself, but it is in what I did that something wrong happened. Alright? That is the right way to face failure. Okay? So, in front of failure and disappointment, never let shame to take control of you. Okay? You shouldn't feel that you are bad. You should always consciously think that you failed or you had that disappointment because
of what something I did.
you did. Excellent. Correct. Okay? Keep this in mind. I am going to come back to it and I am going to repeat it so many times because this is a message that needs to go into your mind. Alright? Any objections to it? Alright, okay. Now, let us get back to the discussion on emotional intelligence. We said last time, emotional intelligence is a very new field, but the fact is, people from time immemorial were trying to find out what is the way we can describe people's cognitive capabilities. There were some thinkers in the 19th centuries and they proposed that if the size of the head is big, that means that person's intelligence is higher. You know that it's not an accurate prediction, isn't it? Yes. Right. Then, the French government in the year 1904 approached people called Binet and Simon. And the requirement was very, very simple. The government had a problem. They couldn't distinguish students who are really incapable of studying, means students with special needs, from the students who are lazy. Like, if someone is less intelligent or if that person is merely being lazy, how to determine it was not possible. Yeah, other one.
So by taking an IQ test.
Really, at that time there was no IQ test. Okay, wonderful point. So they approached Binay and Simon to give the government a solution, and Binay and Simon at that time devised a list of objective type questions, and that is the birth of IQ test. That happened in 1904. And then in the year 1917, the US government, US Army, they took help of this test in order to find out who are the people there would be better to serve as officers. So the army recruits, about 1.7 million of them, they were administered this test. And those who scored the highest marks, they were shortlisted for officer training. Those who didn't score high, they became soldiers. Alright, so that was the first application of IQ test to sort out people based on their cognitive capability. And thereafter, IQ test had a heyday. Even today, if you want to get admission to a school, what do you have to do? You have to finish an exam, isn't it? So the IQ test is now being widely used everywhere in order to get admission to colleges, in order to get recruited for jobs, and IQ has kind of become the king. But is it really possible to judge a person's capability based on just a number derived out of a few questions?
No.
Then what is the alternative? I told you, emotional intelligence couldn't develop as a science because in the 20th century, there was no scientific understanding of the capability of the brain. The best thing that science knew about human capability was similar to, analogous to that of a computer. Do computers have emotions? No. So science didn't have any clue to base some clear understanding on emotions and accordingly devise any test or measures for emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence was not there at that time. So on that, the best option in front of all the agencies was IQ test. And that is the reason IQ test got adopted everywhere, but the deficiencies in IQ test was clear to so many people. There was someone who came up with the concept of multiple intelligences. Okay. Multiple intelligences, there are 8 dimensions: bodily kinesthetic, musical, intrapersonal, interpersonal, naturalistic, logical. So many are there. Okay. Lata Mangeshkar. Oh, let us take the case of Sachin Tendulkar. Who is more intelligent, you or Sachin Tendulkar? Who?
Sir, I mean, when we talk about intelligence, a person is good in their own ways. So Sachin Tendulkar is good at his own job, like cricket or something, and then we are good at our own job. I mean, like our good side. So we cannot compare with those.
Absolutely.
Sir, different people have their own abilities.
Absolutely, yes. You are all agreeing with the concept of multiple intelligences, alright? Okay, now the thing is that many of you have cleared the 10th grade exam, okay? Sachin Tendulkar hasn't passed 10th grade. So does it mean that you are all anyway going to pass 10th grade, isn't it? But in the field of cricket, are any of us any match to Sachin? No. How about this Lata Mangeshkar? Who is a better singer, Sachin or Lata Mangeshkar, or you? No question, Lata Mangeshkar. Okay. Who is a better novelist, J.K. Rowling, you or Lata Mangeshkar? J.K. Rowling. Alright. Who is a better leader, Mahatma Gandhi or you? Mahatma Gandhi. Who is more intelligent, Mahatma Gandhi or Albert Einstein? Albert Einstein is far more intelligent on the IQ scale, but Sachin, Mahatma Gandhi, Lata Mangeshkar, all of them will be similar in IQ level to each and every one of you. We are all not Einsteins. That doesn't mean that we cannot be excellent singers, excellent leaders, excellent business people, because the people who truly excel in different fields, be it in a profession, be it being an engineer, a businessman, or a leader, or a political leader, they are all people of normal, average intelligence only. So do not ever be worried that you do not have the intelligence of Albert Einstein, because Mahatma Gandhi didn't have. Mother Teresa didn't have. So Nelson Mandela didn't have. Dhirubhai Ambani didn't have. And E. Sridharan is a great engineer, he also didn't have. All those people, they had your own level of intelligence only. Therefore, the limitation of IQ is that it measures human capability only in the field of memory and logic or puzzle solving. And that skill will help you succeed in two fields, research and academics. Apart from these two fields, in all other areas, your ability to understand your own emotions and others' emotions and behave accordingly, that is emotional intelligence, will help you far more than IQ. I'm not telling you IQ is unimportant. You all need to have a threshold level of IQ that all of you already possess. Alright? Now, so we have come to okay. Right. So we have covered multiple intelligences. That was one challenge to the supremacy of IQ. There is one more thing, because we have the luxury of time. I will conclude before 7 o'clock. Okay? Now, one more thing. If somebody, okay, let me put it another. A person conducted a survey. He asked students like you, what, in your opinion, defines success? Or what are the characteristics of a successful life? He took opinions from people like you. What would be the most common reply to this question? Yeah.
Sorry, emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Happiness.
Okay. Yes.
We learn by failing.
Failing. Okay.
So success means like we can achieve something we have aimed for.
All right. Okay. You are all very smart people. I am not getting the answer I wanted. Let me ask the Toastmasters. What do you think? If you are asked what defines success, what would be the most common answer?
Success is a choice. Your success may not be my success.
Okay. Let me give you the answer. There are two things here.
Satisfaction.
Okay. Yes. No.
Nothing in life when you will be happy by doing something.
Okay, you are all very, very intelligent. Yeah.
Hard work and determination.
Somewhat. Okay.
Like if we are good at if we identify our good side.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. The most common answer was
Happiness.
rich and famous. Okay. So this was the belief. Oh, this is the common, like commonly what we think. If you are rich and famous, that means the person is successful. They got everything in life, isn't it? Yes. All right. But what do we say? What do we really mean when we say that they got everything in life? Take an example. A person is very rich and famous during his youth, lives a life so well, gets into the old age, falls sick, and there is no one loving and caring to heart. Is it a good life?
No.
That is absolutely not a good life. So in that case, can we say that in the old age, if a person is healthy and happy, that is the definition of good life. Can we say?
No.
Yes.
No.
Then what else is the definition of good life?
Man.
Okay, give the answer. Yes. Yeah.
So like if we achieve our goals in life, then that is the meaning of success.
Okay.
To be happy and to spend time on a family.
To be happy and healthy.
Yes.
I said being happy and healthy during your old age is the symbol or is the indication of a good life. Okay?
Sir, do what you love what you do.
Okay, you do what you love and you love what you did, but you are sick and tired and there is no one around. Yes.
Time without any regret.
Time without any, okay. Imagine you are sick and tired and there is no one to take care of you. Will you feel any regret at that time?
Yes.
Right.
Love others.
You love, okay. So yeah.
When you are loved by the people around you.
Yeah, that's exactly. Okay. So definitely we mean that, okay. If you are happy and healthy, right, that we can take it as characteristic of a good life, okay. But objectively, what will make people happy and healthy in their old age? How to find that?
If someone is there to care about us, that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
without some
Okay, you imagine that if we want to find out what if we do now will make us happy and healthy in our old age. How to find out that?
Being positive.
What is it you want to say?
Sir, if we carry out our relations.
You are right, okay, you are right. Yes. Yes, ma'am, what you say?
Think positive in this.
Think, yes, but the thing is that, you want to say something? Yeah.
How good are character and attitude.
Good, okay, right. Now the thing is that these are all what we imagine. Like if we do so and so, maybe it will make us happy and healthy, but can we be sure about it?
So there is no absolute definition.
We do not know. The thing is that we can always conjecture or make a hypothesis, but whether it is right or wrong, to see that we will have to live until our old age, and at that time, if it so happens that whatever we thought about that was actually wrong, in that case, our case will be miserable, isn't it? But there are some people who are called researchers. Their job is to find out this in a scientific manner. Those people adopted different techniques. That some of them, they went and interviewed people who are in their old age and tried to find from them what indeed was the habits in their life that made them happy and healthy in the old age, but that didn't yield any reliable conclusion. Because those people, when we ask them some question, what happened, that those people, they are depending on their memory. And memory is very, very unreliable. Because memory can be created. That after some years, you will experience it. After some years, you might imagine something that has already happened to you, but if you discuss this with other family members around, they will definitely say it never happened. It could have well been a dream that you saw at that time, but it will remain fresh in our minds or our memory. And there are a lot of factors that will corrupt our recollections. So, Harvard University did a massive study. They started it in the year 1937 or so, I think. I don't exactly remember. They chose about 750 people. Out of them, 267 people, they were the students of Harvard University. And about remaining people, they were from the nearby disadvantaged sections in that area. And what the university did is, they followed these people year after year, meticulously recorded details about them, about their blood cholesterol level, about their academic score, about the income level, education level, the way they were talking to their parents, all of it, year after year, was meticulously collected. And And when the study started, none of the participants knew what they would end up in life. Some of them became bricklayers, some of them became lawyers, some of them became doctors, one of them became the President of United States of America, then got assassinated. Can you guess the name of the president?
John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy. Abraham Lincoln was that far before the study could start. Okay. John F. Kennedy was assassinated in 1962. He was one of the participants of the study. And some of the participants, they started out in their youth as poor, from the poor background, and they climbed up the social and economic ladder. Some other participants, they started out rich and ended up poor. Now, when the study reached the 75th year, these researchers, they had this wealth of data. They did some scientific, statistical, rigorous analysis into the data and tried to find what about these people in their 50s would be the best predictor of their health and happiness in their 70s and 80s. And the result was very clear, very simple. It was not their IQ. It was not their income. It was not their food habits. It was not their blood cholesterol level. It was how much they were in loving and caring relationships. If a person was in loving and caring relation in his 50s, he was overwhelmingly likely to be happy and healthy in the 70s and 80s during the old age. So the secret of a happy life is loving and caring relations. Does IQ predict how to build, or does IQ predict the capability to build loving and caring relations? No. Does our schools teach our students how to build loving and caring relations? No. But you all need to learn about how to build loving and caring relations, because if you can do that, it is overwhelmingly likely that you will be happy and healthy in your old age. Alright? Okay? Now, how to build this loving and caring relations, that kind of discussion we will continue in the next meeting. We have now 6 minutes in hand, and as usual we will go for group photo. Yes, can we just please remind there, can we have some chairs? Yes.